Before he starts to hit those shots, or is he going to be coming out of the gates and, you know, bringing his A game for the grand final?
He needs to come out of the gates.
I don't think he can bring his A game for
that Alistair has played in a team with a lot of these players from Renegades. And I feel like that's also a case of Renegades understanding how to shut him down. And that's why for me, I feel like this is a case of where Gyro really needs to come in. His mid-game calling, his counter adaptations to what Renegades are going to be throwing is going to be absolutely crucial. And Ricky's just copped a dink straight up. Just down mid from Dexter with a P250 at that range to kick things off. Renegades are here and they're hitting shots already.
And they're going to be going towards B after getting that Goosh. At least Ricky will be able to play the headshot line. 3 CTs over here as the smoke goes onto door and Renegades get ready to bust into that B site.
Messages certainly sent early. And Ricky at least has the headshot line to play with such low HP. However, he's going to show a bit of shoulder instead. Tries to hide his head. As Renegades shoulder through. Flashes come to follow as Hats just bouncing around like a bunny, trying to draw a lot of attention. That's going to be 2 nice entries. Instant Melter doing the honors. Nice shot from Hats as well. And that's almost the round already. Order, the rotations are starting to come through, but Renegades, a solid post plant already.
Just the flashes are just so good coming out from Renegades. As you can see, it's like the timing of the second flashbang catches the car player completely blind, but the T's are turned ready to face at the right time. This is just the scary part where everything is just so well executed and coordinated, where you can go, well, how come Order didn't even get a shot in? It's because they were blinded out before they even had a chance. Just the players right now for Order just trying to save onto their body armor. Most likely looking to maybe force up a couple of pistols in the back of this, but Alistair dinked down to 1 HP. That must have been the P250 surely to that low, or a Glock double tag. I guess we'll find out if he does go down here, and I think he might. There you have it. It was Dexter getting that dink with the P250. And that's...
I mean, you talk about the flashes, right? This is Valiant sitting at car here, okay? This is when the execute's coming and you see the door smoke's down.
Yep.
This is what he sees. He's full white. That's
Not
like
much.
4 or 5 seconds.
And then
Instantly full white. He sees someone for like 2 seconds, full white again.
That's what I mean. It's just like the layering of the flashes from Renegades. You just like look at the entry of the T's coming out. They're all facing away from the flashbang. It's just the small things where I just go... I mean, Order are going to force up into this. It is going to be that B site test one more time. They're just full sending it.
Let's see what Ricky can do to stop it. Val at least finds a headshot this time. Oh, the sidearm has to be pulled out as Malta was running in, just ran out of bullets. And it's a mop up again, a bloodbath on B.
It's just
and
switching
that's the round.
Switching to a CT POV, dead. Switch to another CT, dead.
Dead. See you later. Blind as well.
Blind,
So
dead.
very similar to that pistol round, and Renegades just making this round go as quickly as they possibly can. Ali does have the scout to play with. So
It
let's see if
reminds
he
me
can-
of a Renegades game against Avant a little while ago, where Avant started out on CT and then went down like 9-0, and Renegades just went B again and again and again and again. Hope that that's not the start that Order gets off to, because you really want to get that money rolling on the CT side. That's quite important. Get those double orbs, get the full util, but I'm not sure Renegades is going to let them.
Yeah, well, speaking of util, look at that. There is 8 pieces still remaining for Renegades at the end of the round. So it was a heavy investment, but it was just the SMGs creating so much space. And
Look
that
at
was
Ricky.
Malta.
He's got his bloody hand over his face for like most of the round.
Yeah.
Just like, what do you even do, mate?
All right.
Pause.
It's been more tech pauses in Australia than in Asia. What's going on recently?
Very true.
Someone's got a dodgy PC.
I was pretty sure it's Jara, right? Jara's always dropping out. Although it could be someone else today, who knows. Anyway, while we're paused here, I don't know how long this one's going to go for. Oh, not long, don't worry.
Oh, there we are. We're straight
It
back.
was just a breather. They just needed to go, boys, come on, look, bloody... Something's going wrong. Tech issues in the brain.
My screen white for some reason every single time T is entering.
Not sure what's going on there.
Well, still the scout up for Alistair, but it's mostly just going to be a full save for Order. Throw that smoke on the cross to keep the T's guessing. Now Renegade sending it out long, where there is actually a lot of players here for Order. Flashes going over the top.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
just a juicy nade from Dexter. Dear God, and just follows it up with a Deagle headshot.
Dexter's
See you
just running
later.
out with a Deagle at the moment. And Alistair's just going, what's going on again? He's just the last man left standing, and they're just running at him at this stage.
Ooh.
I mean, that's at least a single pick-off. Has the ability to do a bit more damage. Going to be going for the re-engagement, but unfortunately not a high enough roll onto Sicko. Even then, a very quick 3 rounds for Renegades for now.
Yeah, oh my. That was certainly something, as we do see 1 AK and the AWP carried over into this round. Although Sicko bought that one up. Going into round 4, Order also on the guns. Ali finally with the big green in hand. Let's see if he can have some influence, as we need the rest of the boys to have some influence as well, just to hopefully be able to see their opponents this time. Let's see if the flashes will reign supreme for Renegades again.
They're sending it B again.
Double nade straight off the wall and a flash over the top. It's actually a retake setup, and that's going to work a little better for Order this time around. Ricky's going to get a pick off, and almost another one straight through that smoke, but Renegades at least will get onto the B-bomb site and get that bomb down. A lot of util here for Order. They got a Molotov, they got a couple HE nades, they got Gyro on the big flank.
Oh, but Malta is very ready for Gyra's position. However, he looks away, and that could be the opening. Gyra spots his prey, but doesn't hit the shot. So now Malta needs to come back and help out the boys. The time is ticking away here in the post plant. Hat's just waiting for these flashes to come through, but it's a molly to force him out of position. Now in come Order with the back of the flash. No, they've decided against it, leaving it maybe a little bit too late. Gyra starts to frag. Ricky's here as well. Not sure what's going on, but it's all up to Malta to try to clutch it as he's got the Galil in hand. Shots onto Ali, running out of bullets, and the defuse is going to be held, but Ricky had no kit. He's got no head to think with. There you go. It is 4 in a row for Renegades at the start of D2.
That was miscommunication in my mind over there because I think Ricky and Estilla unfortunately were tanking a Molotov because they were blinded out, but Gyro was committed and actually got 2 kills, which then was the call for order to re-engage, but Estilla was nowhere near the site. So to me, that's just a bit of miscommunication, maybe a bit of a kind of difference in what people wanted to do.
Malta very happy with that clutch.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. That was big miscommunication from Order. Half of them were going for it, some of them weren't going for it.
Yeah.
That's either an overcall or just somebody going off doing their own thing. Unfortunate, very winnable round. 5 on 4, they had the big flank coming in. That's a very doable retake. I feel like if Order's not playing against Renegades in that round, they probably win it. That's just a mental thing, 100%. You don't second guess yourself against another team when you're in that situation.
Not only were they confused, but I was confused as well because I saw, the 2 players running away down B ramp and then Ricky running in with Gyro, so split decision. Well, let's see if Renegades can keep this clean and make it 5-0. Order, they do have that 1 M4 to play around, and that's going to be positioned over towards the A site. Order heavier presence towards B, as Renegades again just going to be rushing straight in. Still got a lot of confidence here, trying to make their way through. Ricky just trying to jump in with the Zeus, but looks a little lost now, as that's going to be the man advantage again. Make it 2, and probably yet another round.
Who's bullying the B side?
Oh yeah.
I mean, in fairness, Order have not had the best buys to kind of fight this off just yet. I think we'll see a much better round from them next time when they've got the full buy, potentially the double AWP, full utility to work across the board. But for now, Renegade's off to a pretty red-hot 5-0 start, and we haven't really seen too much outside of them beyond go B, and then there's a signature go A long fast, and it hasn't really evolved beyond there and hasn't needed to.
Just keeping it simple, and Order can't deal with it. Got to force your opponent to have some kind of a response.
Well, Renegades, really liking what we're seeing from them so far. Just solid teamwork. All going together and making sure those trades come through and they lock these rounds down. So they did lose 2 there, trying to make their way into CT to save, but they have found Valiance over towards the car. So more damage done to the financials. Oh, okay. A little bit of love.
Just shows the difference in mentality between the 2 teams, really.
Yeah.
There's just no pressure on Renegades at the moment. Absolutely none.
At least they're not going B because the spawn's not 4 there. But
Right,
might see a bit of
instead.
Yeah.
Double AWP here. Alistair going to try and go anti-flash, and he does actually dodge the flash very well there and manages to post up on that long line and get the first pick. So that's a really good pick from Alistair. So far, every time I've seen him take a shot, he's been hitting it. Unfortunately, a lot of those earlier were with the scout when he's got like 5 people running at him in a straight line. So if he can keep the impact level high and how consistently he can do it.
Forced back at the car. Let's see what Renegades do off the back of it. Plenty of util. Malta just waiting for that re-aggression, knowing Ali loves it. Flash over the top, he's missed his shot, and that is Malta hitting his. Beautiful to even things up at 4 alive on either side.
Could have been a big difference if he's able to land that shot, stays alive maybe, or forces it into at least a 4 on 3. So Order just going to be retaking this mid pressure now, or retaking at least one area of the map, leaving Ricky just posted on that long angle, but out comes the long smokes, and they're going to have to most likely retake. Gyro, though, doesn't look like he wants to retake, just wants to fight it with that defensive smoke deployed around the side, and he's going to find a nice little angle to work with the trades. Better from Renegades, 3 on 3.
We are going to see the boost up. Ustillo tries to get over the top, but they're making a bit of noise. Dexter communicates that, but he's going to lose his life as he plants open. So Renegades, they still have a very solid post plant with that bomb. Down in the open, Sicko in pit should be able to play clutch as Hats as well. Just waits for this aggression, and he'll find the first man. Brings it to that 2-on-2 smoke on the corner, allowing Ustillo some space to get to A-ramp. Sicko tries to help out his teammate, and help he will. As Ricky going to be left last alive just with the AWP, and knows that that crossfire is just way too much for him to deal with. That's another for Renegades, fighting that round well in the post plant.
And that's kind of another situation where Order are really not going together in that retake. You know, very split up. they are boosting people up, don't get me wrong, but it's like, every time you see an Order player take an engagement, going for that retake on the A site, there's only one player shooting, there's only one player swinging at a time. Where's the trade potential on Valiance there? Where's the trade potential on Alistair earlier on? You know, they're not playing together at all. It's all these players individually taking duels one at a time. Whereas when Renegades come into the site, one player gets killed, instant trade.
Good to see Hats is back in the house today. He's changed his location.
Yeah, he's not wearing a beanie for this one either. So Sicko going to be on the angle, but it's going to be mollied off.
Yeah, 4-man stack from Order over towards A Long as well, putting high priority on taking this piece of map control. Take it they will. Jahara just jumping across, making sure no one's posted on the line.
They burned a lot of utility to do it. They're going to throw a deep smoke in Long Heart, which doesn't seem like it's very effective. No, there's like a little bit of an angle where Inns might be able to see someone.
What?
Yeah, that's a misthrown smoke. Yeah, he could. Look, I don't think it was a smoke bang. There's clearly a gap in the left side of it. I'm going to give Inns the benefit of the doubt that wasn't just random spam. That's unfortunate. Oh, Order just, I mean, it was 1 minute 10 on the clock. They, again, lose another pick, which is untradeable. And they really don't have very much utility to play through the rest of this round.
Good molly, just to flush out bedroom quickly. Ustilo will fall all the way back towards the A site where he's only got that one flash to hold with. Order. Solid crossfire at mid if Renegades go this direction, but it looks like they are interested in taking some short control.
And look, there's 3 Renegades players here. Ustilo's going to aggress. Sure, he's in a 5-on-4. At least he finds the timing, but still, best case, that's best case scenario. He gets 2 Stickos there to trade still. And now it's a 3-on-3, which should still favour the Ts, especially when they have short control. And you're seeing 3 CTs all split up all over the place. They're trying to hold everything at once. At least there's a bit of a shift now. They're rotating, but unfortunately, the utility has kind of baited Ricky off of that B side, and Hats is just one step ahead.
Perfect timing on the push out of B tons. That bomb's coming in, but it may just be too little too
it's-
late. They
yeah,
aren't
they're
going to
late.
have time to plant, and all Ali has to do is survive on 20 HP to win the round. What? Renegades outplaying themselves to give Order their first round.
I don't know what to say about that one, to be honest. I think a couple of seconds off. Those are usually the rounds where Renegades is usually quite well timed on. But, yeah, definitely outplaying themselves a little bit there.
I think it's also the danger they didn't want to commit through mid. It's the most dangerous route, but the fastest way to get to the B site from there where the bomb was being carried from. But look, Order do manage to get the first one on the board, but still not
really earned.
It wasn't really like a case of, look, Castillo did well enough to bring it into contention once again, getting that timing push.
But that's not like...
You don't win a game from that. You win a round. That's
just like a good timing into a multi-frag. That's not Order winning as a team, you know. I feel like such a pessimist, like, you know, just hammering this point home again and again, but I'm just not getting the sense right now that Order is playing together, and Renegades is very much punishing that. They're hammering these sites really hard. They're getting the trades time and time again in the mid-round.
And it looks like Renegades are going to go for the upper dark control. No early aggression this time as they have been smoked off. Val just looking to play at the gate and hold it as well as he can. But he's only got that Famous to play with. Still a molly and a flash too. But the rest of his team is very far away if Renegades do commit to the B-side execute again. Seems like that's exactly what we're going to see. Molly forces Ricky back to B ramp now as Dexter throws some mid to B utility. But it might be uppers that Order really have to worry about. In comes all the smokes, the flashes, everything. But this time, Order can see. And that's going to be a 3-for-1 trade. Ricky needs to hold down the fort as the rotations will eventually come through. He finds at least where the final man's positioned. And that bomb as well. 3-on-1, Dexter needs to try to clutch it. He's got plenty of time to play with. And it's the flood straight in on that first tap. Nice placement for that smoke to try to isolate some fights. But Ustilo with the Famous will clutch it out. And Order have a successful round, finally putting 1-1 together.
That was a much better round. That's what I've been waiting to see from Order. The crossfire on that B site, playing together, going for the retake. all together. None of this like, oh, two blokes running in, one guy's like holding middle or like saving or something like that. Just everyone on the same page, cross-firing the sights. Don't try to... I feel like Order sometimes are trying to do too much at once. You know, having an extra player aggressing somewhere, having an extra player doing something else, going off on his own. You know, just stick to what you're doing.
And he's starting to run it now for Renegades as well, so Order definitely in with a bit of a chance to try to reset the momentum a little bit here, to try to get a couple more rounds on the board, but a far short take. Malta has been spotted though, just barreling his way down into that catwalk position, so barely 15 seconds in, Renegades does have this short control.
This would be a great round for Order to win. Could really put the T economy in some problems. They've built themselves up a little bit of cash. This would be a great one to convert. Seems like Renegade's really keen to go for this A split.
They're setting up the prog smokes and util over on short. However, it looks like they're just going to go for the dry approach instead. Ustillo drops that smoke. Malta peeks and won't see a thing. Smoke will reroute them back towards mid for now. Gyra playing anti in the corner. Ali posted on the line. Nice CT setup, but Renegade's not going to fall into that trap.
I guess that instead they want to go for forward towards Cat and just leave ins on the lurk to try to catch one of these CTs. Ustillo is in towards Goose here, and he does have that palm flash ready. Gyra being sent in is punished there. Do Renegades still commit to A? Does seem like they want to.
Oh, Ali has to fight from the corner at Kara. It's a rough position to be in, but Ustillo just goes straight in the middle of the smoke and gets behind the Renegades.
Wow.
Two fast ones and a bink onto Sicko, which will be finished off by Ricky. There's the bomb in CT, and that should just be the round. Incy's got 20 seconds to try to make a miracle happen. Beautiful placement on the nade, and he could still make this work going into CT where Ricky stands, and he wins the fight. 13 on the clock, but Renegades thank their lucky stars as Ince clutches that back.
It's just another good play from Ustillo where he's just able to try to wrestle it back at a huge advantage from Renegades. They had that long control. They had 4 players up short, but In's just individually just able to read the situation. Unfortunately, Ricky trying to back out. That bomb was actually lost on CT ramp. He was thinking that Inz was going to be pressuring in from short. That's why he's backing into CT, but In's just a little bit too good. Really, that's a bit of a 50-50 round there where Inz bails Renegades out of a bit of a dicey situation.
Yeah, while they're running their anti-eco, I just wanted to point out, Inz was like anchoring over towards Long Hut when Gyra was flashed in. Just look at this from Inz, okay? Flash comes in, he's turned from it straight away and then punishes the peak. It's like so hard to dodge a flash thrown from long corner like that, but somehow he's managed it in that half a second.
Well, as that's all happened, Alistair's made his way to the top of mid. Renegade's fully aware that this could be a situation, so Ali will fall, but all that info has allowed Order to go and stack the A site. 3 players here just looking to draw some attention with the Deagles.
Yeah, they could try and do some damage. That definitely could help them out here because Renegades' money is pretty crap at the moment.
Edging forward, Sicko on the Galil. Just trying to find some more entries. Renegades utility running thin. And 4 players still so deep, but they've managed to slide Sicko to A ramp. So they're just waiting for some aggression here, maybe on the corner. Order fully unaware of Sicko's position right beside them. There it is, Malta. Clears that short box. Ricky on the offline, not going to be working out. Nasty tap to Gyra. Malta's a machine.
That's just good stuff. And that's what I meant. It's like you look 6 or 7 months ago, like Malta was individually struggling for a bit of form, but he's always been that player where he just grinds it out, just gets back into form, and as soon as he's got that confidence again, you can see it's just weird because this is not in a bad way, mind you. It's like for a long time, I've kind of viewed Malta maybe 6 to 7 months ago maybe as a bit of a weak link for the team because the consistency wasn't there.
Ooh. Well, Valiance finds one on the Sicko, but it's not quite enough, and Renegades stack on 1 more also. It's going to be 8-2 as we send it into round 11. Renegades really just showing some dominance here on the T side of D2.
Feeling it. Love to see it. Only the 1 Deeg frag means that Renegades build up quite a bit of cash after that round. You can see it. 2+ to 4K on most of their players, except for Malta. He did drop over a weapon, I would imagine. Now into another double AWP for Order. Is one of their win conditions when they really get rolling. They've secured that long controller. Renegades have once again gone for very, very quick catwalk, and it does seem like they're keen to get an A split going for themselves. I like this approach from Order. 2 men posted up in towards upper tunnel. A lot of pressure on the other parts of the map. Surely Order's going to push B tons for info fairly soon.
Just playing the patient game over in that side of the map as Renegades start to throw some util there on short, and that could just be the moment. Order should be pushing up a dark, but look, they don't know what we know. They're expecting Renegades to be holding that default. But Renegades really just playing together as a team.
Gosh.
The double molly on the same position.
That's a
Triple molly.
That's a triple molly.
Is it? Oh
Yeah.
my.
And it's worked.
It works for a moment. At least they know Gyra's still in pit. They need to worry about him. At Sicko doesn't need to worry. He's just going to hit his shots instead. It's isolated with the bomb though, and that could be trouble. But they are going to save him. Dexter coming in all the way from short to get the flank onto Ustillo.
Yes.
Now here's the round.
A lot of util here for Order, and that's going to be one of those incendiaries which could make the difference. Malta's pushed out of position, but he can't be picked off. Unfortunate, big missed opportunity to get the man advantage for Order there, but the bomb's still not down here.
They're going to try to do so. Molly misses the mark, and that's going to allow Sicko to plant for plat at least. But Dexter, he's over isolated the car, needs to deal with anyone coming from CT, but there's no one there. It's just Order sending Ricky in from long very late. Nice shot from Ali, and they're going to start to send it forward. Is Dexter going to be spotted there at car? His head, not quite seen just yet. Head down and looking to play the timing game. But I think he's opened along. He was. Ricky spots him looking at his little old feet. And there you have it. 3 on the board for Order. Successful retake after a pretty confusing round, all things considered.
And Ustillo is just having so many impact multi-frags on the CT side here. Absolutely love to see. Spence, I feel like when he joined Order, he was decent, but especially the last couple of months, definitely been one of the better players. In some pretty sick form. Good to see him performing well in the grand final here. Because Dust 2 is one of those maps, man, I associate with Ustillo. (2-1-2) here for Renegades. Looking to take things a little slower. Big opportunity for Ricky to actually get a pick towards lower dark here, but falls off the angle. Feels like too much time has elapsed, and he would have been flashed off the angle anyway. Malta chucking one from top mid over there, but now the aggression up short from Alice there. Seeing if he could peek into lower dark himself. Couple of different players here on Order going for aggression in different parts of the map.
Dangerous part. Order don't have much util to work with, but Renegades still 5 smokes left up and standing. Absolutely huge, considering you look at Order. There's what? 2 incendiary grenades to stop this? Alistair on the off angle. Going to come down to the shoulder peak. Not going to be punished, has to drop defensive utility, and that's one of the... Another grenade burnt. Renegade still has a full set of smokes to work with.
Cat's been given up here by Order. More so leaning towards defending a mid to B, or just holding on to long, going for the retake. There's a mid to B smoke thrown from long. And it's going to be a mid to B fake, actually. Cat's being sent out there, putting a little bit of pressure on, but the rest of Renegades going straight up catwalk now.
And Ali should be the first point of defense. Gets Dexter with util out. That prog smoke a little bit too deep. Inch drops down, but Ustillo is at the ready. And Ali with another, almost the collat to finish. There's minimal time, and Sicko has to try to stick it now. Misses the quick one. And it could just be a clean round from Order. It is. Ustillo comes in for his 3rd. And that's going to be 4 on the board now for Order. Not letting Renegades get too far out into the lead.
This is beautiful. Like, this is good from Order.
He's lobstering him, dude. Full lobster mode.
Full lobster. 13 and 8. I believe it was D2 where Ustillo shut down Chiefs' hopes of IEM Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
2019.
Yeah, some of those, all of those frags, like the 13 and 8, none of them are like fluff kills or eco kills. They're all just like multi-frags in gun rounds.
Oh my. Okay, Ricky with the read on the nade. And little old Glocky boy is not going to be able to do too much. Ustillo takes 2, and it's all up to Sicko again. With the Glock in hand. Might be able to find some chip damage.
This is great. These veterans playing so well. This is where I want to see them like pump up the other lads. Get everyone playing well. Because if you look at the stats, this is pretty much what you're seeing from Order.
This is like Estillo's home ground. Like, you look back at Regulators, right? It's online CS. It's Dust 2.
Just missing the P90, mate.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him buy that in a while.
I think that's probably a little bit of a step too far against Renegades here.
Nah.
He's no Dan King for sure. Out comes the long push. Jara is just going to drop some utility. He's going to back away.
Yeah, Alistair's got mid on lock at the moment.
Oh, Malta is so clean in the entries.
That's really not the pick you wanted to be losing. Now, it's a lot of pressure on Ustillo. Order's got a lot of control and emphasis on other parts of the map, but if Ustillo goes down here, that's the only sort of thread over here for Order that they can hold on to.
Ooh, okay, nice counter util from Ustillo. Allows him out of the open, but Sicko has just locked onto his footsteps.
I think you're just safe here, right? Oh, they held a lot of cash.
And Ali could thread the needle, which he does. Brings to the 4-on-3 now. Molly will force him back down short, but Malta's still laying in wait at the top of mid. In this position, it may not be checked by Val coming in, fully focused on bedroom. And how's the timing? Malta walks straight into Valiant's screen at least, and Valiant will react perfectly. 2-on-2 as Ali finally gets dealt with over towards short, and now it's Hats and Sicko trying to fight from sight. Ricky coming in from short, Val at long. Looking to pincer their way in. Hats now moves to CT, which allows him not to worry about long coming in, and that's going to be Sicko taking the head off of Val. And on half HP, Ricky decides to hit the Yui, send it back to lowers, and try to save the AWP to the next. But it was a valiant effort considering it was that 3-on-5 situation before.
Yeah, bloody good shot from Malta. I think if Jara doesn't go down there, Order has a lot more time to explore other parts of the map. You know, maybe push up middle, take that upper dark control and get themselves in a better setup. But as soon as Jara gets picked there, you can see Renegades put the foot on the accelerator, go straight up long. Ustillo feels like he has to kind of make a play a little bit. But he's unfortunately punished for pushing through that smoke. Either way, Order, a slow start for them, unfortunately, but they are definitely recovering very well. Let's see if they can pull themselves back a 6th round.
Thought Renegades were going to try and send it towards that B side again, where they found a lot of success earlier on in the match, but this time they've gone to lower dark instead. Looking for some presence at mid. Valiants drop the early Molotov and jump across the B ramp instead. Order rotating through, have boosted Ricky up towards short. They've got that short and the long control at the moment. Ali, he's playing over towards mid B this time. Nice shot to Sicko to crack things open. Goes back for more, and Hats will trade it through, but it's a 2-for-1, so Order still favoured. Hats starts to throw some util, tries to fake that mid B, but as you can see, there is the push into upper dark, which Val's going for.
I feel like this all comes down to timing right now between Malta as well as Ricky, but Ricky should have the shot. He hasn't really missed too much, and now Estillo also pincering in. The pressure now on Renegades in this final round. It should be Estillo getting the multi-frag, but he is not going to be covered off just at the right time. The Hats tagged down low, and still phenomenal shots coming out from Renegades to bring it back down to this 2-on-2.
Ince now, plenty of time to get this bomb planted. Val, a nice shot to Hats, and Ince, he's 101v2 before, and he's going to try and do it again, but this time Jira's sitting there ready and waiting. And we are going to see Order find themselves a 6th round as we send it into the half 6-9. Renegades leading by 3. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go too far away. Second half is going to come up just after this break. Stay hydrated just as Ali is right in your picture, and we'll see you on the other side. Second half is imminent, and Renegades are looking to stack on a few more as they send it into the CT side with the 3-round lead. And they're very, very good at taking these pistols, but let's see what order throw towards them as they are now on the attack and looking to get back into the game as quickly as they can on just 6 rounds.
I feel like they've done well enough to grab those 6 rounds on the CT side. A lot of critical rounds that were won by Astillo, getting a lot of multi-frags and getting in the right position. Good composure as well, considering they were down 6-0 nice and early on. They're fighting back, but they need to capitalize, take this pistol and roll forward from there. Renegades, so no doubt, still the favorites. But the first entry will finally go in the favor of Renegades. Or should I say, Order.
2-man advantage. They're going to try and put that bomb down for Catwalk before Renegades retake too much short control through middle here.
Oh, nice timing on the peak. Ali gets the info that there's 2 players coming in from short and will fall back for now. Make it the 3rd man as from top mid. You can see Ricky's managed to take the head off of Ian's. Val as well chimes in. It's up to Hats to try to win in the 1-on-4, and he does have the USP at least to play with. Worried about the flank though. Goes back for more. He has a bit of time to play with, but it looks like Order certainly have his number positioned perfectly. Val, a sharp one, slid straight through the crack there. And it is going to be Order taking that T-pistol, looking to even things up quickly. But Renegades, what do we see from them? Are they going to go for the Force, or will they save for the next?
I think Force, especially on maps where you often see teams prefer that 4th round buy, where you can get the full utility, you can get the AWPs. You often do see that 2nd round Force, and Renegades are going to go for it. Actually, a full commit. Siko's not even holding extra cash over for an AWP. Wow, big nade stack on long. Luckily, Order didn't have the long spawn, or that could have definitely been a problem. Flash out of the doors. Hats has a counter flash here. Doesn't drop it just yet. I'm waiting for it.
Well, Inns has made contact. There's Dexter lurking around the corner as well. Out comes the Deagles now, as well as the grenades. They're chipping away and doing damage, but Dexter can't follow it up for now. Order staying stagnant. Waiting to see what opportunities they can find, but so far, Renegades are the ones that are grabbing all the opportunities right now.
Ustillo's on an expedition in upper tunnel. Could actually take B control and pretty much win this round for Order. He's got a smoke to throw down on the doors here. Lots more noise being made by Gyro, but you can see the rotation back around. Ustillo doesn't actually walk into B and get the full control, which will allow Siko to get back in position and try to hold them back at the choke point. Malta's also got a counter flash in middle here, so this could be a bit of a difference maker. If there's some noise or a flash or a dribble smoke out and Malta gets that flashbang off in time, it could be a difference maker.
Oh, and Siko's made the call as well. In comes all that utility going both ways. You do have Malta trying to make his way into the window, taking point, and he's going to take some heads as well. Nice shot onto Ustillo. Siko still not spotted in the corner, and Ricky, he's going to forget about it as well. There goes the bomb, and the round is in, slips through the smoke. A 10th for Renegades, and the force buy was certainly worth it.
Yeah, I think I wasn't really reading that for what it was. You know, Siko playing in the car corner, just getting baited from it sort of lured Order into thinking that they had timing on that flank back around. Very nicely done from Renegades, just biding their time. Ustillo definitely had the timing there, actually, to be able to slip into the B site, but sometimes when you're going up against that force buy, you don't want to take those extra chances sometimes. Love to see that from Valiant. Drops the AK over to Ustillo, who's having a hell of a game for himself, and just takes the P250 in return. Taking one for the boys. Ustillo looking out long for a pick right now. And he's actually just crept out long for free here.
Oh yeah. And then over towards short, you have that double stack, Renegades. 2 MP9s to hold the A site. And Dexter hidden behind the door there, listening for the jump up on Xbox. He's certainly heard Ali go, but he's just waiting for someone to maybe walk into this 2-man setup they have.
It's creeping up the idiot wall right now. Alistair goes down in middle, but Ustillo's got a timing where he can try to get himself a pick, but there's no smoke for the cross. Ricky's bringing it over. He's trying to get through long doors in time. They're going to run boost onto the site.
Oh, and it's the deep one, but the CTs, they're playing on short, so it might just all go wrong now. As we do see it start to come through. Run boost over Gyro. He's going to be the human flashbang, and it's not enough. The Molotov from Inns gets the job done to Valiant. And there's not much remaining in the round. Bomb in the middle of nowhere. Ricky trying to lurk his way from top mid, but I dare say the AK is what needs to dish the damage, and he's just going to chip more than he gives. Where to from here?
Still going to commit forward at this stage to try to take a couple of aim deals. Sicko's low, definitely could do some damage, but the flashbang is better. And it's still just going to be heads down right now in pit, looking to see what damage he can find. Might just allow time to expire. Renegades' 3 low tagged members means that they most likely will just hold on to whatever weapons they can. I think Dexter has spotted out Estillo and vice versa, but time has just bled away as Estillo. That is clean to do a little bit of damage to that CT economy. Unfortunately, it means that Order don't get the round, but those are some crisp one taps coming out that range. He is really feeling it.
Yeah, I thought honestly he was going to have the timing coming up long there to have some impact, but unfortunately couldn't get across, couldn't get that smoke down on CT. Tack timeout for Order. They're in a very weird game state at the moment, actually. Their money is pretty bad. Ustillo's obviously saved that gun, so he's only got $700 in the bank accounts, and everybody else definitely a little bit less cash. Even if they go into the next round, it's going to be like AK armor low buy in terms of the utility, so I actually don't know where to next here for Order.
Oh, it's still quite early in the second half, and they have a few more buys to get through. But that's if they fight for some extra time, because 11-7, Renegades just need 5 more.
Yeah, the biggest problem really is just, right, Renegades wins this round, they're up 12-7. If they don't lose some picks like Ustillo got towards the end of that round, they're going to have really strong money. It's a lot harder for Order to come back into this game. It's going to be an absolute grind.
Well, let's see if the Lobster can just crack open the B site solo. Seems to be the position he's heading towards. No, mid.
Yeah, you can see Ricky's at top mid with a flash ready for him. They just want to send him.
Right,
Out goes the flash.
As much space as they possibly can, but the mid-door smoke puts him up to short instead. Just clearing close, making sure Dexter's not lurking there again. Over Dexter back towards the B site. In this setup from Renegades.
You can see Ricky's just really enabling him. I thought Ricky was going to run out ahead of him, just try to take some bullets, but it seems like the approach is going to be mid to B here. Would really like to just see Ricky just go forth, find some info for Ustillo, create an opportunity for a trade, but it does actually just seem like they're going to send the glocking players out of B and let Ustillo do his thing towards A or lurk towards middle.
Sicko on that line as well from A ramp, so should be making contact imminently. Ustillo on the line and misses the headshot this time. Still looking quite sharp. Now he's going to make the rotation back. Here's the push straight out of mid, and he's only got the MP9 to play with, but Sicko deals with the AK, and now it's just the Glocks that remain, and that's going to be mopped up quickly. 3 players from Order need to make their way from upper dark to B, but in comes the damage utility, and there is nothing that Order can truly do on the round.
They just need to go out and die. You can't be saving Glocks over here. And for Renegades, I would just say just back out at this stage. No need to farm up. There's no time really to get onto a bomb site. But it looks like Malta, look, you'll take that as well with the MP9. That's the best weapon to be farming up with. But that could have been huge. I mean, you look at the time, I would have just gone, there's no time to actually get onto a site at that stage. 15 seconds.
And this is the issue I was talking about before. Ustillo's got 3,100. The rest of them are about 4 to 4.4k. Very little utility in a round like this. You know, this is meant to be your gun round where you're trying to crack back into the half, but Renegades has a pretty big advantage here. Plenty more utility. They could go up 13-7, put you on another eco, all of a sudden at 14-7. It's kind of like a domino effect, you know? Order's got to go very quickly. They're going to go straight up catwalk. Ustillo's got out long where he's drawing a lot of attention for himself, so Order needs to take advantage of this window getting up catwalk here.
Yeah, and they're all the way to the elbow. Sicko aware, and we are going to see the CTs flashed off the line. So, side controller's there, Ustillo's gone down, but they're swinging for a little bit more control at long, and it works out. 4-for-1 trade out of nowhere. Order now just have to deal with the final man, Malta, on 6 HP, hiding in pit.
He's got a glow at this range as well. You surely favour the AKs. He gets one more, but Order, the trades are there on point. Ricky and Valiant's both able to find those mid-game duels that really work out. Order, a bit of shock and Order catch Renegades off by surprise, and I don't mind that.
They had to. You know, you can't play a slower round with that amount of utility. It's just not going to work for you. So I really like that they just confidently got out there, went for a timing play, went straight up catwalk. This round they're going to have a little bit more util across the board, so they can go for something a bit slower this round if they want. And this is the critical one. This is the economy reset on Renegades, at least for the singular.
Oh, and Sicko misses the mark this time. Something you don't see too often. Couple of flashes invested to get back to safety, and Order going to be happy with the long control.
Yeah, they push them off long, still sort of exploring middle in the meantime and keeping tabs on that extremity towards B. In's just jump spotting lowers, going to try and dunk somebody with a nade at some point. And kind of wondering what the next step is for Order here. They've taken that long control, at least for the time being, and they are going to hold on to it, but what's the plan from here? Do they go and try to push Renegades off catwalk? That's going to be a bit of a task. There's a 4-man stack here. Are they going to apply some pressure mid to B and try to pull some rotations and make that A-side defense a little weaker? About 20 seconds have elapsed. Not really a whole lot happening for Order at the moment. Not a whole lot of changes in the rotations for Renegades.
Do they expect Malta here hidden under the stairs again? The double man setup. It's very strong. In's trying to play anti-flash, but we'll see if some flashes end up coming through. Justillo's certainly bringing 2, but he's low as well, so he should be the one getting traded out here. As they're getting ready to make the move. Ali sharp on the rifle and Malta's dusted. Ince is actually going to drop into CT instead. Try to use the nade at the perfect moment. Going out with back of the flash. That's going to be bomb on the ground, but Ricky trades. So salvage for a moment. Again, a 1-for-1 as Dexter goes down. Valiant starting to fire up with the rifle, and Ricky crosses dry. It's dangerous, but it works. And Hats now, he's going to reposition. They knew where he was just before as he sends it back to long. So let's see if Element of Surprise is going to play in his favour.
This is great from Order at this stage, and Valiant, though, misses the chance with the AWP. Now it's all down to this 1-on-1. Ricky decides to just get himself an elevator to spot the cross, and Hats almost gets the pre-aim, almost gets the double dink.
That's a hell of a raw adjustment. Like, that's the most random off angle from Ricky. Intentionally just peeking in front of elevator. Try and catch him off guard. Does work out for him.
But just solid positions being played from Order as well in this round, and this is what I was talking about. Valiant's definitely stepping it up so far in this series.
Man, they've done it. That's not easy for Order, actually. Those 2 gun rounds back-to-back. Very, very difficult to pull that off. And now they're in a game state where they can definitely even up this scoreline. They've forced Renegades on an eco. Their economy is not great, Order. You know, they're all sitting just over 2k. Even looking into next round, they're going to have a tough time putting AWPs on the board. Not sure how Dexter's doing so much damage on a crack line with a USP like that.
Man's insane. Mechanically gifted. And genetically too, but this time not so much.
Wow.
He's going to be getting his head taken off. Malta similarly, and that's going to be Order, setting us to 10. And now we have a game on our hands.
5 alive, strong economy. Now Renegades goes into the bye where, like, the util's not great. There's no AWP.
Here's the whole thing, right? Order have won 2 buy rounds, and it hasn't been gimmicky ways they've won. They've just won having better T-side, or like a better mid-game or mid-round read than what Renegades had.
They're just going together. You know, they're getting the trades. They're keeping it simple, but it's effective, especially when you're working with low util. Now this is where they actually have a util advantage, so I'd like to see a slower approach now for Order, and so far you're kind of seeing that. Unfortunate for Jara to get spammed down to almost no HP, and now Ricky's getting caught off guard with the long hut push. Renegades, a bit more aggression out of them, because if you look at the util... oh, the spray. It's BM Malta. But you look at the util from Renegades, you know, they can't play a long drawn-out round. And it's interesting, you know, just seeing the amount of grenades that a certain team has, how that changes the playstyle. You know, 2 gun rounds ago, you saw Order, they had to speed things up quite a lot. Now Renegades has the low util, and their aggression is giving them some advantages.
So Order just going for a bit of a spam round. Just everyone looking for as much damage as they can get through smokes, through doors, and it would be Malta who's going to find some more. Perfect timing on the peak, drops the nade as well to split up both the Order players. And he does have a bit of support over from Carr. Wants to try to peek on Sicko's contact with that molly. Will isolate for now. Sicko, however, just playing with the M4 instead of the AWP. Now, and through the molly, Malta another, but Val hits back with 2. And now there's a chance, but it's not that great. If you're looking at Valiance's HP, 26, 5 for Jira. It's very unlikely that this one works out. And Gyra's also allowed Dexter to get through, but Val, another, looking sharp now.
Even if they don't get this round, that kill is the difference maker.
Gyra. This is all timing.
Oh,
Gyra's actually
they
found the timing. But there's no time. He have to go through mid, and Ian's gonna stop this. But Gyra, it just goes absolutely monstrous alongside with Valiance. Forget about experience. It's the young stars for Order that get it done on that clutch.
That's insane that they come away with that round, and that's another singular economic reset on Renegades. 2 players surviving. Now you're going to see Renegades get very close to full loss bonus as we even up this game. So both teams are going to have quite a lot of money in towards the tail end of this game. Order's built it up from a lot of consistent success over a couple of rounds, particularly if they don't lose too many guns here.
Oh, and great start for Renegades. 2 kills on the pistols, which will be traded, and that's going to be long control. But even so, look where the bomb is, and look where Dexter's managed to slide to.
Gyra's seen him though.
Oh, but Dexter's just a bit better. How does Dexter go charging up mid and do this? But he looks away at the wrong time. Valiance, he's been looking very sharp so far on this T side.
Oh, Hat's already made his move, and he's managed to pick up the AK, get into lower dark, and get into a very advanced position. But Order, they're going to double back. They know they had long control before, but they still don't know where Ince is.
Even just these couple of kills though, like I was saying in the last round, just the fact that Renegades has picked up a couple of frags in this round, it makes the comeback a little bit easier now that they've got that full loss bonus built up. See if they can pull it off though. Swindle around away from Order. Ricky and Valiant walking together through long. This is exactly what you want to be seeing in a 2-on-2.
Into Ince's crosshair though, who flashes the line. Smoke comes back the other way too, and it's going to be the full wall, but that could allow Ince in. Molly actually to cover and slow down the push. 30 seconds on the clock for Order to completely take the site. They know that there's a player from short with that nade coming through, so Order have all the information in the world at the moment.
One short, one CT. It is going to be a plant for long, so Ricky can just play this post plant. But Valence has a lot of responsibility right now, just staying alive as long as he can and just buying time. But Hats cracks open a nasty one. No kit for the CTs to work with, no body armor, and Ricky at a favorable position. Hats is going to take the angle firstly, but Ricky has just got the advantage from that dual position. Time is ticking away, and Ricky has won this for Order. Just the aim a bit shaky right now as he's trying to tap away at the header bins. It's a really long drawn out duel, but at the end Ricky is going to take it and force the draw. But that was a close round once again from Renegades. Started off with Dexter at mid, just one being Alistair at that distance.
That was perfectly played as well.
Yeah, you look at all the util. This is exactly how you want to use your util in a 2-on-2. You get both the smokes on the cross, you get the molly to push ins back, then you're going to have another molly to get Hats off of that short line as well. You know, they're really minimizing the risk of those CTs coming and taking some aim duels against them and allowing them to get their bomb down and get them in a post plant.
And Ali looking to get something done at mid, but it's Dexter with the AWP of his own, sliding it over to green box, and another for Sicko. The AWP's reigning supreme for Renegades, and it's the double AWP setup that really might just be the answer. 3 on 5 now. How to Order play back into the round from here?
It's not something Order has had to play against just yet, and that's what I was talking about. All that loss bonus building up. It almost makes it harder to play against Renegades once you get to this 12-12 scoreline.
For me, this is a part where the calling needs to be phenomenal for Order, because Dexter, at these stages, this is where it really accelerates. Out comes the short progression smokes, but Sicko's still going to be on the angle. Flashed off. He's going to counter flash, but he still is applying a lot of pressure right now. He's blinded by something, but he
did a 360
shots this time. Sicko, a bit of style and flair. Still a 2-on-5. Plant's going to go down, and you can't count Alistair and Gyra out of this situation. They're boxed in, but they're going to be fighting this.
Gyra's shadow certainly spotted as he jumps across to short. If not, he's heard. And now it's Ali as well, who needs to go big, but it's his big head that gets in the way. Sicko hitting everything. 3K already. And Gyra not able to do any damage at all. 5 alive for Renegades. They couldn't ask for more here.
Yeah, this is how you style on people, honestly. You get the quick 360 in there. It's just ridiculous. You can't just do it to him like that, Sicko. Disgusting. But, you know, we were talking about it, the loss bonus.
Have a look at it
I just can't get over it. I know it's tactical, you know, you want to try and change up your hitbox, make yourself more annoying to hit, especially if you got, you know, a reasonable enough sense to be doing it. The double AWPs definitely gave Order some issues there, and now they're completely out of cash. Very little loss bonus for them at this point, and probably only the singular. So this is all the money that they've really got access to for the next couple of rounds, and there might not be a next couple of rounds in this game if Renegades wins this one and puts them on a save.
Getting dangerously close again. Renegades full control of long. Nice and early hit. Zorda going to lower dark and might just find mid for free if they play their cards right. 3-2 split for Renegades. Very safe on both the extremities.
Order just taking their time moving through the map. You are right. It is a very passive setup for Renegades, holding a lot of util. Flashes out mid. Take a little bit of control of Catwalk. Order's done that. 3 smokes, 4 flashes to get into a bomb site and try to get a post-plant situation, get some trades out. I like that they just run boost across instead of burning another flash. They have precious few of them left. It will just be a short execute to try to get in here. In's on the ramp. He's going to chuck himself a one-way, but not even use it, just play behind the boxes here.
Making a lot of noise though, as the nades start to push him out of position. 48 HP remains for him. He's dodging all these flashes coming in. Great position and still the crossfire established. Sicko trying to fight from long, but Val goes through the smoke to make it work. He falls. But the bomb will be planted just in time. Ali covering. Jyra stuck on site for now. But Ali, another as he peeks into CT. Very dangerous game he's playing now. But that's the man advantage.
Man advantage as well as positional advantage for Order. They've got Distillo on the late lurk, and they've completely cut off the CTs. Molotov seems to recognize the danger, but he's unable to land the shots, and Distillo just staying alive buys amazing time. Renegades trying to back out and save. They're trying to punish Distillo. They've got rid of him, but that's really, in reality, is just a Galil. Sicko missing a shot, almost gets punished.
So much patience from Ustillo there. You absolutely love to see it. He waited in long hut for the entire round, never overcommitted. Molter was holding it a lot of that time for, 25, 30 seconds, just waiting for the lurk push, and Ustillo never gave it to him. No reason to. When you're taking the site, you're getting yourself in a post plant. You don't have to overextend. The onus is on the CTs to go and retake the site. See so many players that are playing those lurk positions, playing those wing positions, overcommit, just throw their life away, make the retake easier for the CTs who don't have to worry about the flank anymore. Just the presence is enough.
Dexter, goes through and almost finds it. He does on the double take through the doors. And is that going to be the difference maker? Order tried to accelerate over towards the B site, but Dexter's coming in here as well, and he's hitting everything with the big green. But the ball goes back, and Val goes down to half now. Jyra tries to create some space, but the crossfire is strong. Nice flash, but it's even nicer from Hats as he gives some haircuts for free. And that could just be the round already. 4v2, Ustillo and Ricky, the veterans. Can they pull their way back in?
This is an almost unbreakable crossfire. You can see just the swing on the contact. I mean, Ricky, he's being flanked from all angles at this stage as well. Renegades just...
Their money's broken, Order. This is the roughest position to be in. That comeback just broke them. It was such a sick string of rounds for Order, but this is, how this is how the CS economy works now. Like, you get the full loss bonus on the CT side. They lose 5 or 6 rounds, then they get that double AWP rolling, they string a couple of rounds together, all of a sudden their money is booming. But the Ts, who have won 5 rounds in a row, lost a couple of players along the way a lot of the time, haven't built up that strong T economy. They win a couple of rounds, they start trading rounds back and forth. That's not good enough, unfortunately. You can't be going down into these clutch situations in the current state of the economy because one team has got 5 loss bonus, one team's got 1 loss bonus. When you're trading rounds back and forth, Renegades get 3k, Order get like 2k.
That's an interesting stat. So apparently for this tournament, Order have only converted about 40% of their round 2, like force buys, or not force buys, but anti-ecos. Whereas Renegades have won every single round 2, regardless of what the scenario is. Force buys, anti-ecos.
It's gross.
And the problem is here, when you're looking to scoreline at 14 to 13, those are the 2 to 3 rounds that you do want as Order all of a sudden.
Well, Order pretty much rubbing their last couple of dollars together, seeing what they come up with. Handful of pistols. Very limited util. Some Galils. This is just not what you want. Backs against the wall, up against the Renegades that are fully kitted out. A double AWP. Plenty of util.
Dexter playing from a strong position there at the back of Platt with that AWP in towards tunnels he looks. And if Order run in this position, they could certainly be in trouble. He's still got that molly to drop. Smoke, nade, everything.
I think it's got to be a sharp timing on the mid to be here. Dribble smoke out of upper tunnels. They've done their due diligence, Order, taking catwalk, but they've used all their utility doing it.
They have no flashbangs. They've only got a couple of smoke grenades to work with.
That's what I'm saying. It has to be the dribble smoke out here from Ustillo. He's got it ready. Gyro's got a smoke for mid to be. This is basically just going to have to be, they pray to God you don't get smoke banged.
Now comes the regression smoke, but Dexter going to be dropping defensive utility at the same time. Mid to be. Pressure slowly coming forward as well at the same time, but they need to start moving. Is Dexter just not just firm on that platform angle?
This is great from Order.
These smokes are starting to die away, though. Just comes down to timing. Alistair leaps out, gets the first headshot. Dexter, though, going to try and stay alive as long as possible. And I just think he hasn't landed enough shots over here. Now Order can upgrade some of these weapons, but they have no utility to fight against the 2 flashbangs and 2 HGs that Renegades currently have. In's going to drop one on the bomb planter. Here we are, 3-on-3 retake.
Oh, can't see a thing, and Ali's going to take his eyes out with that shot. Nice position from him at car, but they know that he's there playing with his food at the moment. 2-on-3, Renegades. It's going to be hard to crack back in, but now they've disassembled the crossfire. Ali down. Malta tries to go back in, hitting everything at the moment. Val on the line with the AWP, and he's going to find himself a double. Order, keep us even. Off the pistol by 14-14, and Ali's loving it.
That's huge.
What a call. What a bloody strat. That was literally the perfect call. They use so much utility, just pushing Renegades off of catwalk, limiting the information. They drop the smokes. They don't rush or anything. They don't die to the counter utility that comes out from Renegades. They do their due diligence, and they get themselves out of a very rough situation.
Oh, Alistair, this is where you start getting a bit scared, because Alistair is starting to get a bit off the chain.
Got a lot of confidence.
1-man advantage, 1 minute 40. Order pump the brakes, waiting for the aggression which comes to upper tunnel. Ustillo is in the lurk position, patient as ever. Does not budge an inch, this man. Funny how times have changed. Used to be the man who would just P90, never let go of W. Now the patient lurker. Ready to punish the upper dark push. Beautiful stuff. A 2-man advantage for Order here.
They're loving this, but do they expect Dexter to re-aggress as well on the line with the AWP? That's a lot of utility he'll lose if he does fall. For now, they hear this push out mid-B, and Dexter drops that smoke, recalculates his vision over towards the window. Val might be able to slide through, and he does. Ince, though, finds Ricky, but the bomb's made his way to site. Dexter's gone down as well in all of this action. As Ustillo, he's wrapping through the mid-doors.
Needs to start making a bit of a move on, though. Somehow Renegades managed to bring back this deficit. Valiance is going to be taking that Molotov, but it is going to be Ustillo trying to make his way around the back. Inns, though, going to be sticking that defuse. Ustillo trying to move forward. It is going to be Renegades that barely grabs the defuse. It comes down to that final couple of milliseconds, which works in the favor of Renegades and not in Ustillo, who's just a little bit too slow this time to the action. And now it's going to be Renegades, a single match point, but their money. I mean, I would say both sides' money is
of both teams is absolutely cooked here. And you would think most of the time that should probably favor the T's, especially because Ustillo has been able to hold on to an AWP. That is a big difference maker. This is where you're going to have to see Renegades put together their money, grab some MP9s, maybe a scout, something like that, a couple of rifles, and we'll see what they want to be going for in a round like this, because I don't think you can play a slower, more defaulty kind of round in this situation. They had about 3 to 4K across the bank. You're seeing it. Scout comes out on Sicko, 2 MP9s. Dexter gets an M4. Ince is the only one with a full buy with all of the utility that you could possibly want. This is where Alistair can bully with the AWP. He hasn't got head armor, though, in a round like this. Really? You're not going to buy head armor?
Very dangerous.
Oh, man. Up against MP9s? Okay. We'll see how this goes.
full prioritization of that utility, and it's a faster approach for Justillo, going over to the short side of Upper Dark, which he's been on many a time.
Renegades take that long control. Malta, you can tell he's itching for a long hard push. Someone needs to take a risk. He does hear that flashbang on the other side of the smoke. He's going to sit inside the smoke. If Ricky goes down first here, this could be the perfect timing, but Alistair, he's managed to quick scope him in the side of the smoke. That's going to be a man advantage for Order, who are looking to bring this into OT.
Let's see if they can get back from this position. Renegades, they're pushing up a dark, and Justillo's caught with his pants down. This time won't have laid the trap, and that's an upgrade too.
All going to come down to Inns getting the spray down. He's going to be flashed off the angle. There is going to be assistance from Sicko. But Gyra, pretty solid these entries so far, doing the damage. Now Ricky is going to be that wombo combo. Order surely and steadily bringing this back into overtime territory. Flashbangs coming forward. They're trying to contest, but the veterans for Order, they're bringing it back. It's all down to Hats right now, and he can't get the spray down. And there it is. It is going to be overtime. I believe we are heading to a short break before we're going to come back for some more Dust 2 action.
Been friends for a long time now. Always have a good time whenever we go out. But you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time. City lights, I'm looking in your eyes, but I can't say why. Doesn't feel right to call you mine. You know I don't wanna waste your time. I can't get there and you know I've tried, but I can't say why. Feeling lost like I just wanna time back time. Choked up, tell me how do I say this right? Cause you've been calling me up all the time and sending me signs and giving me them eyes. And you've been saying that you found the one, texting me junk and you wanna talk but you can't say why. I can't get there and you know I've tried. You know I don't wanna waste your time.
I hope you all grabbed your popcorn because we are in for a thriller. OT on the cards when it looked like Renegades were going to close that out earlier, but Order's T-side so damn strong to take us back to overtime. And it could have been the win too if we did see Oceania get that kill in the last second of the Ninja defuse, the stick from Ints, because pros don't fake. But into overtime we go.
It's taken such tenure from Order on this T side, really. Just been plugging away such a solid T side of Dust 2. Definitely one of the favourite halves I've watched in quite a while, just in terms of tactics. Been an absolute pleasure to watch, but it didn't get them across the line. They've still got more work to do in OT here. Continuing on the T side for Order, and at least now they'll have a hell of a lot more util to work with. It's taking their time moving through the map.
Just a very slow approach now. That's jiggling close to upper dark. Flashed off, but won't drop his smoke just yet. Order looking for a bit of mid-control. Dexter takes Ricky. And that's going to be first blood, finally found at the minute mark. Rotation back up towards B as well to go for the 2-1-2 split. As you do see Ince make his way into CT, drops that smoke to stop the mid-B split. And Order now starting to make their way up short.
Man disadvantage for them, and not really a whole lot of control of any part of the map except for Catwalk. Inz and Siko both on this A site with HE grenades ready to drop. This could do a lot of damage already. Double nade up onto the high ground, doesn't get a whole lot done, and now the execute in from Order.
Counter flashbang's going to come forward as In's pushing the agenda, but Estillo's just ready and waiting at this stage. Sicko going to be locked down in Goose. Molotov's flung his way, but maybe a little bit too shallow as Estillo, he's just striking everywhere possible. The hop as well. Time is starting to tick away, but there should just be enough time for the bomb plant to go down. But somehow Renegades, just with the rifles, managed to scrap together the kills at the end. It is going to be the first round at overtime, going to Renegades, even though Order had the numbers advantage.
There you have it. Malta looks like he's going to be hunting for an AWP somewhere as well, maybe? No, okay, just opting for the AKs, knowing that it is OT and they have already won that round. So the extra firepower certainly going to be helping them here in overtime. After taking the first round, can they put another on the board? Order, they got full control of site, and yeah, they got the bomb plant, but unfortunately had nothing to do after that as Malta shut them down.
Double AWP still rolling for Renegades. Nex has been doing a fantastic job on that secondary AWP. The amount of confidence that man has had, just peeking up top mid, peeking into Alistair, you know, going for picks, playing those off angles. Just kind of throwing Order off kilter every now and again.
And Order's positioning would tell a tale that they're looking to send it towards the B site again, where they have had a reasonable amount of success, but Val crosses to short instead. The sneaky old smoke at mid doors.
Yeah, I think they're mostly just working the map at the moment. Good flash to push Siko off of the line. Two more invested after that, and they tank a big nade actually. Inz again, so solid with these HE nades. I remember in our podcast with Mytha the other day, he literally said he used Inz as an example for how to throw HE grenades for the rest of his team.
Whatever at Mouse. Or like for Renegades.
For Renegades.
Right, okay.
It's like everyone do what Inz does. Oh, here comes the B hit for Order. Gonna chuck the dribble smoke out. Smoke goes onto the choke point for Hats. He's playing right in front of it.
He's going to get the spray down the first one as well, but Jara is able to get the trade on the drive-by. Dexter now dancing around, spots the shadow, just trying to find the right timing at the right moment. But the flashbang's going to be quite effective from both parties as Dexter, the smoke's fading, is able to drop another one. In's tucking himself into the corner for now, and I don't think they're going to check this. As Inz finally strikes alongside with Dexter, Renegades now starting to string a couple of rounds together in order. They've done so well to get to this moment, but some of that shine starting to fall away.
So much patience in that 4-on-2 from Inz and Dexter. You know, just Dexter literally sitting behind that double stack, waiting for Inz to take contact before he goes for another peek. for a good 10 seconds. You can see Order, they're just sitting there. They're waiting for something to happen, but after 10-15 seconds elapses, that's where you have to see Order start to dive over the double stack.
I feel like we don't get to see Dexter on the AWP too often, but we're certainly being gifted today. Nice little bit of entertainment. Out along the doors they go. Malta slides around the corner, and he's going to be able to get his AK out. Holds the spray for 2. Ricky manages to trade, and he will connect onto Ins, but even so, the damage already done, and map control established by Renegades at long.
Yeah, T-side has been a far cry from what it was in regulation. It's all been Renegades with this double AWP, with all of the cash in the bank. They're really having no troubles at all, just shutting Order out of the server when they're trying to go for this slower style.
It's all going wrong at the moment. Ali, 1 on 4. We saw him do great things yesterday, but 1 on 4 against Renegades is a very tall task. Now, looks like he's not going to be allowed to do much more as Malta swings in from the top of mid, and Renegades take us to match point again, or map point rather.
Yeah, I'd say this is going to be pretty tough for Order to win 3 in a row on the CT side. They did a lot of their work in this game on that T side, set themselves up with an opportunity to win it, but when it came into OT, the same reads weren't there. You know, very slow stuff from Order, you know, working the map, trying to get that short control, and getting picked off right and left by the AWPs, by the utility, and some nicely timed pushes. Now Order on their own double AWP.
And looking to go for the aggro play into upper dark, but over towards long you can see Gyra's got his head taken off by Dexter. Hat's just waiting in the corner, and he's in the perfect spot now. Expecting the second man flash comes through, and Ali, fully blinded, will get the no-scope of all things. So a chance now for Order, even though they're a man down. But Renegades looks like it could just be all over for them.
They're pushing the agenda, but still the man at the moment, and really the man for Order. Going to be trying to defend it the best way he can, but Dexter just spraying him and tagging him down low through the smoke. Dexter really stepping it up, even though Ricky's trying his best with his AWP at short, trying to find the angle.
Oh, and Sicko manages to connect. It's up to Ali, 6 HP and a dream, but can't escape back to the escalator, and there it is, 19-15. Renegades sigh of relief as they take the map number 1 of the series. 1 more is all they need to take the grand final, but we're going to break this down for you on the other side of a break. Ladies and gents, don't go too far. We'll see you soon.
Forgetting who I was, or have to look back that far. And I don't want to forget you, and
a crazy game, but then it all fell apart for Order in overtime as Renegades said, no, we remember exactly how to play now, and Dexter just destroyed Order, picked them apart as that secondary AWPer, and it was a very, very entertaining little overtime, so a little bit short, but now we are going to start to send it over towards the second map of the series, which is going to be quite interesting because that first one maybe didn't go as we had expected, Order keeping that extremely competitive and taking us to OT.
Yeah, that was a really good T-side. That's one of my favourite halves of Counter-Strike that I've watched in quite a while from Order. Really, really good calls.
Yep.
I always like to see how teams change up how they call based on the amount of money that they have, trying to be like, oh, okay, we only have these grenades. How can we come up with something creative to try to make that work and win a round that we shouldn't be able to? And Order was able to do that a handful of times, as well as some pretty special 2-on-2s and things like that. Unfortunately, when we got into OT, there wasn't very much of that creative calling left. 3 pretty slow T-side rounds in a row that Renegades just picked apart with pretty standard play, you know, running the double AWPs, getting picks, getting nice timings, dropping the utility, lots of HE grenade damage and incendiaries, just shutting down a lot of these T-side plays.
Yeah, and I think it's like a case of Order did really well to get to this stage as well. I mean, they didn't do themselves any favour dropping, I think, one of the anti-ecos in the second half where they just won the pistol. It definitely hampered their efforts in the long run. They were able to kind of extend it out a little bit longer thanks to that force buy round, right? That B site execute where Alistair gets that one tap with a Tech 9 and they're able to trade out effectively from there. Individuals played really well from Order as well, and the calling was sublime, and they still couldn't get it. And to me, that kind of like speaks to me. It's a case of both teams just kind of going head-to-head at each other, both bringing brilliance, but Renegades just being a little bit better at that stage. Really, this is the grand final that I wanted to see. We're being rewarded for it, and I really wanted Order to actually take that because that would have definitely spiced things up. But I think Renegades as well, it's the case that the longer the map goes, the stronger they become because Dexter gets a better read of what's going on and he starts thinking how to break it down. You saw to the end, double up setup. How many times is he getting the opening kill on those critical rounds?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, you pretty much put it perfectly, Kev. It's like, Order, all of them played pretty well. The calling was really good. They didn't win. It's like, what do you even do, man?
It's like they played so well. It's a case of like, if it was maybe Renegades played a bit poorly, no, Renegades played really well as well. It's like both sides going ham at each other, both bringing some top quality Counter-Strike. This has been a while since we've seen this, in all honesty.
Yeah, we've had a lot of disappointing grand finals, you know, where one team just kind of keels over and dies, but that was anything but. I'm hoping to see more of that heading on to Inferno.
Yeah, heading to Inferno. We'll talk about that. I feel like it's just one of those days where Order could do it, you know, but it relies on Renegades maybe dropping the ball a little bit because they got so close. And I want to have a conversation about, you know, all the veterans on Order initially were looking extremely sharp, and it was like, oh, you know, the other guys a bit slower to start, but then Valiance and Gyra started to win those rounds, started to tap some crazy shots. So very sharp on the rifles, and Ali as well, just dancing around with the AWP, having a lot of space to play with. Is he going to be able to do that on Inferno?
I mean, probably not. That's not the player you'd be expecting to have the biggest of impacts. It was kind of a thing I was talking about the other day where I'm like, wow, these Chinese teams, when they're playing Inferno, the AWPers are so impactful. That's not usually the case. Wow, 100% win rate, 7 times played. Like, Renegades, there's a reason why they pick Inferno. This is one that you used to see people leave to a third map decider. Order on Inferno has been very hit and miss. I've seen them win 16-2. I've seen them get 16-5'd. You know, I've seen them pick it into an Avant roster with three scrims behind them and really struggle in that game. You never know what you're going to get from Order on Inferno. Renegades, you definitely know what you're going to get. There's a reason why in almost every best of 3, in the best of 5, it's their first map pick. They are extremely consistent on this map.
Well, if we have something similar to what we saw the other day, there's going to be a whole lot of nade damage over towards Banana. The amount of kills they got with the double stack, triple stack nades just thrown down Banana was crazy. And look, to see that, we're going to have to get through another break before we get into Inferno. So ladies and gents, don't go too far. Go stay hydrated. It's a hot day out there, and we will see you on the other side of this break for Inferno, which could be the final map of the grand final.
My name is Trace Saranthus. I am building a PC for Jordan Gilbert.
My goal was really to get something that was no compromise, super powerful, and ideally not built by Trace.
Yes, thank you so much, Jordan Gilbert. You know, we don't make mistakes around here. We made happy accidents.
I get a booster seat here. Enter now for a chance to win one of 3 PCs built by me, Jason, or Trace.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Intel Extreme Masters is brought to you in part by Intel, Acer Predator, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, DHL, and GG Bet.
Inferno, Insferno. What are we going to get today? It's going to be a banger of a map between Order and Renegades. And Order need to fight for their life and to fight to have another map to play on, because if they lose, that's it. IEM Beijing is done for Oceania and Renegades will be the champions again. But let's not jump the gun just yet. It is coming up very shortly. And who are going to be our players to watch? Because Malta for Renegades over in Dust 2 had a stellar performance.
Players to watch?
Everyone. That was not scripted, by the way. It's literally, it's a case
chemistry.
For Order and Renegades at this stage, I think it's a less of a case of players to watch at the moment. I think it's just the individual, kind of like maybe the 2-on-2 like resolution, for example, maybe the 2-on-3s where they're down at a deficit. That to me is going to be a lot more indicative of the series, the chemistry that the duos and trios kind of have, as opposed to the individuals to watch, because they're all showing they're popping off today.
How many grand finals do you get where Renegades is going into series point onto Inferno and they just win?
And they just win?
Like almost every time.
Well, let's see, because at least Order have their choice of sides and they've chosen to start on the CT side, which is a line I feel like I've said many a time. And they're going to be running down mid, finding 2 picks initially, Malta and Sicko out of the mix, and that's going to be a 2-on-5 that they have to try to play. Back from Dexter, now left last alive, and he's looking lost. He's hidden behind the flowers.
They're no respecting Renegades.
Okay.
They just sent it at them. I love it.
All right, full confidence.
Full send.
There you go. So
Golf claps all around.
that's Order's response to losing Dust 2.
I like it. That's alpha.
Very alpha, very cool.
Just got to back yourselves over there. It's frustrating to obviously drop the game in overtime when you felt like you had the advantage, but I feel like Order, just starting on the CT side, just need to get their economy up and running to give themselves the best chance right now. Renegades are going to be force buying into this, and you do not want to be dropping this one as Order after a great pistol start.
Well, we'll see if they are going to potentially drop it. Did hear the Deagle already. Couple of shots ringing out down middle. Not a whole lot of banana control, just Ricky going for info, but he doesn't have any utility. Needs to be careful not to lose his life here. Does spot out the player on the logs. The repeat, that's brave. More big balls plays coming out from Order that you love to see.
Cops a dink.
Yeah, but he's dropped over the M4 to Valiance, who also has the util in the back pocket. So I'd say that's exactly what you'd want to be doing, to be honest. You trade out half your HP to just weaken the push a little. Renegades doesn't seem too upset by that. They're still just walking in here towards that B site. Want to find a quick timing, find some entries.
Rotation starting to commence for Order, but Dexter managed to find Ricky, and that smoke being dropped is also going to give away the fact that potentially there's one dancing between new box. Dexter pushes through the smoke! Oh, he catches Alistair at the worst timing possible as well. Valiant, though, still fighting and staying alive. He's copped one shot for now. Oh, no, this has gone terribly wrong for Order. Still a chance to salvage, but Dexter goes, no, there's no chance whatsoever at all. I think that's just a consolidation kill for Astillo, who gets the better of a lurker, but that's it. Renegades should take the round.
Oh, that's a Dexter round. Man just pushes through the smoke.
Okay, well, I'll hold that thought for now, because, I mean, well, Dexter's going to clean up,
just
of course.
behind him.
Yeah.
Oh,
4 kills for Dexter.
Full reset. Yeah, big 4K out of Mr. Dexter. That's just ridiculous. He just runs straight through the smoke. Doesn't expect the rotate to be there in time, but Alistair doesn't expect the full send straight through the smoke, then the spam straight through, and then he finds himself behind Ustillo. A massive individual play to slow down that momentum for Order. That round was not looking too bad for them. Either way, Order will force themselves now. A lot of util being invested, even foregoing armor for Gyra and Valiance to make sure that they have that utility. Renegades really taking their time right now. That's another second round converted, by the way.
Yeah, and another one dropped for Order. Don't know what else to say beyond that. Just Deagles walking in, and Order looking to return the favour. But this is going to be quite difficult still for Home the Side to kind of capitalise and convert this round.
Yeah, they got the stack on toward bracket. Now the Molotov towards main for Renegades as they're looking to take some control of Banana. Just working the map. Bit of a risk out from Order. Valiant's, or rather it's Jara actually over here towards B. He has got a smoke to drop, but no armor means he cops 60 damage from that grenade.
Oh, nice little timing from Ricky. Started off well, and Order just rotating through the smoke quite nicely at this stage. Estillo now going to be reinforcing the B site, drops another smoke grenade, but time is starting to tick away with Order having a full control of this top mid position. They can actually start rotating a lot of members over to the B site. Alistair's pushed through the smoke.
Brave.
He's found the timing. It's still being covered off by Malta, but he turns away at the wrong time. Alistair can be the difference. Shuts down one arm the attack, and the HE grenade's going to finish him off, but with 20 seconds, there's a full stack over here at the moment. They're trying to clean it up on the side of Renegades, but is there enough damage? It's Valiant's trying to charge through. Order bringing it so close, but unfortunately they just can't capitalize. They will be able to get the spawn plant down in time. Gyro rotating forward, retrieving an AK, but nothing else to work with.
No armor. Not that it would have made much of a difference, because if he cops a couple stray bullets, he's gone for, and there's the off angle from Inns. I cannot believe that Renegades won that. That was the perfect setup from Order, but there was just no shots being connected. That was the perfect round. It's the same thing as Dust 2, Kevin. It's the perfect setup. It's the perfect half. It's the perfect round. Too bad. Renegades happens.
Now it's, I guess, Order just going to have to go on the full eco, except for Ricky with Tricky Ricky with the Zeus.
Loves his Zeus, doesn't he?
Favorite player in Oz. Now, I'm not saying he should buy a Bison. Don't think he should do that in the Grand Finals match like this. I don't mind something like this, though, where Dexter now going to be pressured in. It's actually Alistair just running by with the double dink from the USB that manages to make it work out. That's an AK retrieved. A lot of territory to work with until Inns makes that mid-round progression. Gets the headshot.
Ricky gets spammed in towards Windows as well, trying to play that off angle. Ali's got himself an AK, but not much HP to work with. Some damage coming in, but looks like Renegade's going to clean up this anti-eco fairly straightforwardly.
Well, it's an AK to work with for the next round. Not going to complain too much considering not much was invested. Of course, you'd like a victory from USBs, however unlikely it is. Three 3-1, nice and early on.
Could have been a much better situation for Order. A lot of winnable rounds there.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the same for Renegades. Could have been a lot cleaner if they did this differently, if they were able to get a couple of shots across. Regardless, it's got to look at where we are right now with Renegades having a pretty big economy lead, except for Dexter. He can be dropped over from one of his teammates, and finally Order can start building up a couple of weapons, but that's it.
Oh, nice shot from Malta there. As Renegades stack on 3 after the pistol. Brings us to round 5. And Order brought up again, but the economy running thin.
A couple players without head armor would be nice pickings for Dexter with the M4. Utility exchange back and forth in Banana. No one really taking much control though. Bit of a missed-thrown molly to top there. Order re-smoking bottom Nana, and Renegades haven't gone for the retake just yet, but now the nades close and up top. More Molotovs being invested. Order do take that Banana control now.
More damage to Valiance.
Ricky, close range.
They've invested everything in that Banana control. Their Order. They've got no grenades left. If they don't hold it, like, that's pretty much the round.
Yeah, and Val with 5 HP is going to make it so much harder there playing from Car. Malta spotted. As he comes out apps. That's going to be the 2 kills Order were looking for, but Ricky goes down through the smoke, and now it's all up to Val on 5 HP to hold. Ustillo only on 1 as well. And
hang on a second. What was that? Inns missed his own smoke grenade, and that could have been a difference in timing. He's now very, very low, and now trying to push through Alistair. Trying to find the angle, and Valiance just on the coffin, spotted out by Inns. And Alistair fires a warning shot. There's still one lurking at mid over here as well. This has just all gone wrong for Order. It was looking nice and solid at the start, but just a couple of nice mid-round plays from Renegades once again. Just secures on the round.
Sicko, beautiful shot from him as the smoke was fading. And that's going to be 4 on the board for Renegades very quickly at the start of Inferno. As we do have Jara finding one more.
Take a look at that that smoke. I always love seeing where the molly's blooming. You do see Inzi's like lining up to the left of it, and actually it's bloomed all the way around the right side there, and you see the smoke actually goes into the crack of the barrels.
And then it puts it out.
Yeah.
You hate to see it.
Unfortunately, the smoke grenade doesn't touch flames. So it takes a couple extra points of damage.
I mean, it doesn't cost him at the end of the day, though.
That was very weird, by the way. Renegades is just 2 men walking out balcony, while the rest of the players are towards B.
And there's that difference maker as well. Val taking so much damage at the start of the round made it 1 bullet through the coffins, and he was having a funeral for himself as well. Now up second mid, we do see Dexter and I believe that's Malta sending it, looking for a bit of apps control again. But Order similarly are going to send 2 players down through the halls. Bit of aggression from them, and that's where the AK is going to be. But Renegades again over towards Banana, looking to open things up on this side of the map. Ricky, last line of defense with the Deagle, finds the 2-tap, and he's trying to play close, not quite able to get more onto Hats. But it will allow some time for the rotation for Ali all the way back to B. And Renegades, just a thorough, slow approach to the round.
Don't know if he wants to risk walking into this angle. Sicko's going to be waiting. Renegades understanding the CTs have a numbers deficit, just waiting it out. Jara could find the timing. Unfortunately not. Unaware, Dexter was so close. And Renegades still with plenty of time to work with, but there's still a couple of weapons for Order to work with.
Or Ustillo will get that AK and try to recycle, but Dexter still close and at the ready.
Deja vu.
Same scene twice. And now we're going to see Hats walking in towards the B side. The Deagle Valley has finally been found, but he's got no armor. And that's going to be another round for Renegades as Hats makes that kill look easy. We send it to round 7, and it looks like Dust 2 all over again. Just a early couple of rounds stacked on by Renegades before Order decide to really pick up their game. But that's if Renegades even let them now. They're certainly dictating the pace of Inferno.
See, Renegades pretty lax at the moment, in all honesty, and I think that's kind of like the indication of where they are at. It was a little bit more tense earlier on, 2-1, 3-1, but there was a few close rounds, but now with a pretty big money lead, as well as a bit of a more substantial round lead as well. They're starting to get a bit more comfortable, starting to roll their way forward. Order finally do have a buy round to work with, but got to start changing things up soon, otherwise they're in risk getting bullied out of the entire series.
Yeah, pretty strong money for Renegades. That's the issue. It's going to take a lot of CT gun rounds in a row to kind of crack that down. Start to come back in towards the later portions of the half. Double up on Inferno seems to be the answer here for Order following attack pause. Don't see this too often. Oh, aggression and running around in towards apartments. That's a quick scope, which puts Dexter down to 25. Won't secure the kill. Retake on Banana coming in here from the T's, trying to contest Valiance and Ricky, the flush on the line. Fortunately, blinding Valiance.
Ricky still posted, looking for some damage. Tries to go for the wallbang, but will not connect this time. Back on the line, and Hats behind the flames. It all slows down for now. Sicko makes some noise, though. Order. They've gone back just to the 2-man stack on B, as Jara goes to pick up archers.
But you look at this, 50 seconds left, and there's a single smoke grenade to use on the B side. So it is forcing Ustillo to make this mid-round play. He's actually found the perfect timing to actually swindle his way in to at least get that pick.
You almost never see that, actually, the mid-round pushes through apartments anymore. That's actually kind of a masterstroke from Ustillo, finding the timing there. That's really going to change this round. Renegade's going to do what they often do in the 4-on-5, give themselves maximum chance of winning it by grouping up, but Alistair already on the line here.
Just re-aggressing, but Will he be ready for the bust? There's a few tees around the corner, and he's got the pillar to play around, and he play around it, he will. Tries to get back to sight, and he's going to be allowed to. How's he gotten away with it? Wants to re-peek, doesn't spot a thing. Smoke on the underarm. Sicko looking for this entry, but Ali, some more impact. 2 already in the round. Jara swings in. Malta on the balcony is going to be knocked straight off as Ali finds 3, and Order get another round. That's the spirit they need to see if they want to try to get back into the game.
He was saying nice words. He was saying very nice words.
He said, let's go.
Yeah, he said after that. He said,
These guys are easy, let's go. That's the exact words he said.
He said, let's go. I'm Alistair.
I'm Alistair and I love everyone.
Yeah. That's exactly what he said. Pilski, the lip-reading player on the desk. Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's a grenade. That's an artillery strike, which puts Valiance on 4 HP once again, and he's just going, I'm sore, guys. This is not good. I mean, the favour's returned, don't get me wrong.
Ooh, the ball bang from Ricky.
Couple
Finally
of
connects. They've done a good job of shutting Renegades out of Banana there. A couple of artillery strikes going either way. Spam, and again, Order with a man advantage here. Renegades going to group up, try to work towards that A site once again in the 4-on-5.
Almost the same storyline as Dust 2. Red hot start from Renegades, but Order just definitely fighting back quite well.
Yeah, this time on CT. Once they had that loss bonus built up, once they got the double orbs rolling, seems to be a different game here.
Look at this. Val's gone for that early rotation as well. So on just 4 HP, he's going to be double stacking in the pit and looking to maybe play the contact. Ali misses a crucial shot, and that will allow Renegade some extra space at bracket. But off the back of this, it might just be the round the world, because the bomb's still at the top of Banana with 30 seconds remaining. Ricky can't quite connect, and he'll go back to double up on site. Although the bomb starts to make its way back to A. 20 seconds. Renegade's leaving this one late.
Oh, Alistair also pushing in at the right time. He'll get the top brackets control and deny the bomb carrier. Malta's just trying to dance around the site at this stage, but Estillo as well as Valiance are still here. They're both low. Molotov locking hats out. He has to concede the round. He has to go for the save. Decides to retrieve the AWP and back out. A lot of low HP member players from Order, but they get the round, which is the most important thing of all.
Something that is also quite important is the economy starts to stabilise. 4 alive at the end for Order. And on the CT side, you need that money in the bank to make sure you can continue to buy for the rest of the half. There it is, 3-5. Keeping it close again. As Renegades, they decide to go for the light buy around the AWP saved, which has been handed across to Sicko. He's going to look to open up the round straight out into mid. This time, no Ali peeking, not in that direction. He's gone in the boiler. Keep things heated there. Just goes for the wallbang and will fall back for now as Renegades are setting their sights on apps control.
Half buy around the AWP doesn't seem to have gotten anywhere too quickly. Just giving Sicko some time to work. Man has a couple of flashes, and there is still a smoke and a flash on Dexter, so opportunity for a Moto or a CT smoke and some flashes over the top. Try to get these pistols in some more aggressive positions.
Malta just with that Glock, looking to be the scout of the round. Try to find as much info as possible, but Order, they've given a lot of map control, doubling up on site instead, and up against the pistols, this could force them to be flooded on, which is not what you want to see. Malta can be that human flashbang as well. Slow on the shot from Ali, and that's going to allow the wrap. Now these players on site are worried because they have to deal with the two-pronged attack. Ustillo hiding it dark. It's going to be a rough position to hold from. Ince with the deagle as well, takes the heads off, and all goes wrong for Order on A. That's going to be a 2-man advantage to play in the post plant, and plenty of time to get that bomb planted too.
Yep, and it's a double AWP setup now for Renegades as they just use whatever weapons they can retrieve. There's just great bait setup coming out. that saved AWP now being put into good use as well. Pistols then collapse on the A site. There's no pit pressure to work with for Order. And a nice round, I would say.
But definitely wouldn't be wanting to lose against a handful of pistols and an AWP. Especially if Renegades can pick up a couple of these extra guns towards the end of the round. Make things even more expensive. You can see them just pistoling players. Malta and Ins just trying to run in. Cause a little more damage. But won't be the case this time around as Renegades move up 6-3.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do have an announcement to make. I've got some good news. So, 2 days ago, Mitch Pilipowski left his phone on a bus. And he lost it, but he seems to have a phone in his hand now. So, am I to believe you got it back?
I did.
Good Samaritans out there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Look, here's what I'll say, actually. Sydney Transport, if they can get the transport right, they'll be 100%ing their company because they do have a digital catalogue of all lost and found items. And that's how I got my phone back. If the bus and the train can just run on time, 10 out of 10.
Perfect world.
Maybe they should be getting into the lost and found business a bit more.
Kev, you're looking a little bit lost.
Yeah.
He always looks lost.
No one can find me.
He's been lost since like the age of 15, pretty much.
Been lost since the age of 13.
Lost boys straight out of Peter Pan. Now, into round 10 we go. Order dropping a very crucial round, and that's going to certainly hit their economy hard. They're able to buy again. Ali misses that, but so does Sicko. So, gentlemen's agreement to continue fighting.
Yeah, I mean, Alistair wanted to keep fighting, but that molly spread.
Nades into Olaf and Logs don't get any kills. They know that there was 3 CTs over there, and you see Renegades just pick up the pace straight into bracket, running straight through jungle side. They know there's a gap in the defense, and Dexter exploits it. A read off of seeing a couple of Oceanias into Banana.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're starting to read the fact that there is actually this heavy presence coming out, but the trades are coming forward for Order. It's Alistair once again on this AWP that's stepping up big time. Castillo as well, just anchoring his pit position down, but now Sicko starting to make a bit of impact as well. Ins with that mid-round push. They're starting to get a lot of plays over here. And Sicko thinking about going back to mid. He's now down to the 1 and 2. Aggression versus aggression. Gonna favor Order for now. They've managed to bring the stack back from a 4 and 5 to a 2 and 1.
An Order aware of Sicko's position on site, so they will reaggress up mid and look to try to make this retake happen. Valdo goes to Boiler, and this could just be the biggest brain play we've seen. Sicko back to Valiant. Oh, not again, not the no-scopes! Ricky, he's going to salvage it. I thought I saw that play out before, but Sicko doesn't get away with 2 this time.
Max got PTSD.
What is Ricky doing?
He's just letting the time tick down.
This is the victory laps, bro. Victory laps around the box.
Cut and sick, couple of doughies around the middle of sight, mate.
Oh, what was that round coming out?
To be honest, Ricky does look like someone who do a bit of a skirt.
Oh, okay.
In like his WRX or something.
I feel like you'd give it a good crack with your L plates.
No, definitely not.
Okay, Order managed to grab that one even from a deficit. Keeping things interesting, keeping things alive in the first half here in Inferno. Renegades, though, do have enough to at least cobble together a few AKs and a decent amount of utility. But so far, Order have done really well containing Nana, I have to say.
Yeah, but team's money is absolutely cooked right now, so this will be a pretty important round. I'm not sure where that Molotov went at top of Banana there. I think Ricky's cooked his own molly. He definitely has. He's missed that one. Not going to matter at the end of the day, luckily.
Some noise being made here at Dig. Smoke to Boiler, so Malta unable to try to get the timing on the peak, but the other 2 players on Renegades here just busting through brackets off back with a single flash. Gyro falls, holding that spray, expecting the re-aggression, which will come through, but Ustillo hits back better. M4, a little bit more powerful, hiding there. No one peeking off the back of initially the flash. And Ustillo wants to continue fighting. That's disgusting. How is he getting away with this?
Get him with another one. The repeats are strong with this man today. Ustillo's feeling confident, and you absolutely love to see it.
Where to from here for Renegades? All stacked up in bracket. In Order, they've got the 3-man stack on A. Ricky left with the solo man's job over towards the B site.
Actually, Order in pretty good positions right now. Graveyard and site. Crossfire. Here's the progression smoke out from Renegades. Valiant's trying to play the off angle here.
But how's that going to work? 3 men around the corner. The lineup, it almost worked in Val's favour. Big damage. Ints on just 1 HP. 21 seconds and the audible's called to wrap to B now. As Ricky is going to be the first line of defense posted here. If he finds Ints, that'll be huge, but they won't wait that util out. However, it was over for construction anyway. 4 seconds to plant, and Sicko, he's left it a little too late. Ricky denies him on the cross, and it's almost a perfect round for Order. 3 alive at the end and 5 on the board, looking to keep themselves in the game, at least in the first half.
And this is just down to a Astilla at the moment. He's doing just so well at this stage, just finding these initial engagements, just bring the numbers back for Order. It's been 2 rounds. We saw this in Dust 2, and we're seeing it again right now. The players from Order really here to stay for that long haul. Starting to hit to the final stages. Don't want to be dropping this one. It's just pistols once again from Renegades. But this is no AWP backing it up this time. And a full send into Nana. Artillery strike missing the mark, but the pistols are going to overwhelm Valiance. There's a couple of weapons retrievable, and they've got the ability to now flood onto the B site on this 3-on-3.
Still a lot of HE nades here for the boys on Order. So if placed in the right positions, could do some good damage. Hats on the off angle, Sicko on another off angle. A lot of speed bumps that Order need to avoid.
Oh, Sicko misses that shot from First Oranges, trying to get that glimpse over the smoke, but he's going to fall away. Gyro on that long rotate around. It's going to be a while. Time is going to burn.
There's the B smoke from Ysillo. Still does have the HE nade. Molotov, another HE nade for Alistair. They're just flying in every which way, and a flash over the top. The double peek into main, though.
Ints trying to take contact. P250 in a dream. Has he bought enough time? Oh, he's done it. The spam as Ali can't hit back, and Renegades get another round on pistols.
Just keep losing the pistols.
He's on 1 HP.
But they just keep losing the pistols, Kev. How many times in this grand final?
He's the chosen one. That's why.
Ints.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He's a bit of a wizard, Mr.
He's the boy who lived. 1 HP. 1 Harry Potter for Ins Potter.
No armor, all aim punch. Pulls down hard on the mouse to get that final bullet into Ali. And there you have it. That should have been the tied game, 6 apiece, but Order just dropping the ball as Renegades take that goal for free. It was hard fought. It wasn't free. I've had to start saying this because every time I say something's free, people are like, well, it wasn't for free. He did this, and this cost him that much, and he lost a flashbang, which was $200.
We've got to keep you in line, Matt.
Yeah, I know. I can't. You know
keep you on the leash, mate.
This is from people who don't know actually how to do maths. It's like, it's phenomenal. It's amazing. Yeah, you heard me right, stream viewers. When was the last time that you guys passed a mathematics exam?
Kev does them for fun.
It's his pastime.
It's not for a pastime, I'll tell you that. Dad beat me into it. Anyway, we're going into another kind of USP round that's coming out from Order.
Yep.
Only the single deagle and armor from Ricky, who could afford it.
Look, if Order had a dad, I think he would be giving him a slap on the wrist for these anti-ecos, that's for sure.
Very kind of Order just to allow Malta to feel a bit more confident.
Pushing forward, Ricky. Trying to dominate Banana for now, but those Molotovs forcing him into such an awkward position, but Dexter deals with that angle perfectly. And that should be the B site found as Renegades regroup. Order decide to show a bit of aggression over towards Apps. However, they won't find a thing for now as Renegades waltz their way over toward the opposing side of the map.
Order looking into the next round when they can try to put another buy together as we head towards the tail end of this half. Renegades looking like they're going up 8-5 with strong money. They're going to be able to buy out the half, but Order, this next round is critical for them. Big difference between 8-7 and getting 10-5'd, and I think this next round will tell the tale of that.
Waiting for the smoke to fade away. Malta, though, is going to be reinforced. And the smoke fades in the favor of Malta, who pretty much doubles his kills. is now a gamer again after being on 3 and 10. Looking much more respectable on 7 and 10 now.
Feed him the anti-eco. Get that confidence rolling.
Beat him, Malto. So now that's going to be the 3-round lead. Will we see it be 8-7 at the half as Order buy up again? But, oh my, that utility is looking thin as we head into round 14.
That buy sucks. They don't have any kits either, and that's not a great way to start it. That's your most important weapon out of the equation. Sicko wins that AWP duel.
Well, and Renegade's fully aware of the financial situation of Order. Take advantage of it by going fast up Banana because there's no Molotovs here on the B site to slow them down.
Yeah, and they don't even need to force the issue, really.
No. Take the map control, leave Sicko here to lurk. The 2-man swing might just be the play though, but it's slow. However, works out. The FAMAS now can be upgraded to the AWP if Valiance wants to pick that.
You still low. If ever there was a time for a multi-frag from this man, he's been delivering them on the M4 round after round after round. Mostly on Dust 2, but this would be time for it again.
Seems the call to order for him is to push into apartments. Look to stop any plant from going down. Renegades regrouping, all 4 here at mid. Dexter covering the apps push while the smoke was thrown. Very thorough in the approach, and with 40 seconds, Renegades might just commit, but here comes that 2-man push in apps again. Stillo comes back, tries to stop the push to sight for Renegades as he jiggles around. No, Ince, he's on the money, and Val comes in from Boiler on the flank. 2 fast kills with the FAMAS, and we are back on for a potential round 2-on-2 in the post plane.
Molotov dropped away to force Valiance at least to duck away for now. Jaro does have a Molotov to use, but time is of the essence. There's no kit for the CTs to work with, and this is really going to bite them now. That buy, switching out weapons.
Bogdan's Law.
Valiant's going to be leading in charge with the AWP. Molotov into pit. It's going to force Inns to move off, but he's going to flash himself out, but he's burning. He's tanked a lot of HP, but he's still alive on 21, and he's shifted over. And that means that, unfortunately for Order, they can't really get any more entries from there. There's no way into that A site that's been held quite firmly. Inns should go down to this explosion, but Renegades have plenty of enough money. Okay, Inns should be able to survive.
Yeah, I think he's just gotten too far away. The other big factor, no kit. So, unfortunately for Order, they had 5 less seconds to make that retake work. And so they opted for the save instead to have a fighting chance in the final round of the half 1 of Inferno.
Try to put a better amount of utility than they had in the previous round, hopefully. But the bar is still not looking great. Order going to take a tack timeout. I feel like the map and the series are kind of slipping out of their grasp now. They played a hell of a Dust 2 minus OT. But a couple of rounds where this definitely could have been a more solid half from Order. Those pistols, man, every time the anti-eco is really being let slip. And Order playing decently in the gun rounds, at least when they have access to the double AWP and the utility, but that is never a guaranteed factor. You know, you got to make all the different situations work. You got to get your anti-eco straight if you're going to have strong money enough to put those double AWPs and the util on the board, and that just hasn't been the case.
Well, at least I've got utility to work with this time around. Molotov goes towards sandbags instead. Ricky floats, just looking to try to get a bit of chip damage in. Actually has sacked armor for utility.
Not a bad call from Renegades, to be honest. Considering how much Order's been going heavy towards Banana, walking out carpets, maybe going for like a carp explode or a quick A execute, definitely could work out. Going to be on Ustillo and Gyro to hold from dig side, and Ustillo's only got a dig to work with.
It's a tall ask this time, Dexter. Let's have that flash out, ready to send the boys in, but it's out into pit they go. Full dig control for Order still as they filter out mid. Ustillo wants to peek now. But Dexter in a solid position to deal with the push down Banana. He hides in the smoke for the moment, and it's enough to get full control. There's the entries, and that should almost be the round already, but Valiance has something to say about that one. Molds are destroyed. This is 2-on-3 for the retake. Not worried about Boiler. Ali going to be shot in the back of the head, and Ricky has made some noise jumping into apps. Doesn't seem like that's been heard. But no armor, MP9, and no life to play with. There it is, 10-5 at the half. Renegades lead and need just 6 more to close out the grand final. Ladies and gents, it's time for a halftime break. Don't go too far. We'll see you on the other side.
Tell me if it's over, am I your lover? Are we going solo? Or is it polo? Her face is saying don't go. I'm acting like I don't know. Tell me if it's over, come a little closer. We should take our time to think this damn thing over. Should we grow closer? Should this be over? My heart for your mind.
Chasing all my dreams now lately. No matter if I try too hard, nothing's ever enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes I always different. Tell me everything's alright. Life is just a bunch of phases, and if it's not, we'll still be fine. I know we're going places. I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes I always feel.
A crazy back and forth first half, but Renegades lead by 5. As we head to the second, it's time for Order to be on the offensive, and we can see what Renegades have on that CT side, because, well, what we've seen from their nade usage so far is crazy, but just wait till you see what they have in store for Order over towards Banana. And oh my god, the GG bet odds are not really giving Order too much to play with there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the series this year haven't really been going too well for them, so with a map disadvantage, it's not likely. Either way though, In's spotting out a lot of this util coming out. Oh. Good nade, smoke gets down as well, and he gets in front of it into Order's own smoke actually.
Okay, lots of util thrown across the place. In's going to be stuck here at the second oranges, but still fighting, finds yet another for the round, and it brings us to the 2-on-2. However, no kit in play just yet. Renegades trying to rush on that plant. The cover is there from Jyra, but the lineup there as well. And Hats now only has to land 2 bullets onto Jyra's body to close it. Flash through, but Jyra blinds himself. Still fighting. Somehow Hats is going to be caught in transition, but he will bring it back in the end. And Renegades take that second pistol to make it 11 5.
That was a really cool pistol strat out from Order, though. Like, it's like one of the variations of like that old eyeballer strat, where you got the smokes in towards the front here and then into CT. And you've even got a molly onto oranges and some flashes over the top. If Inns isn't playing so aggressively there, you know, I think that's a lot more of a successful round for Order, actually. I think Inns really made the difference, getting that first pick, dropping the HE, dropping the smoke, which allowed Renegades to win that round. I think it was a very solid strat out of Order. Definitely should have been successful, but sometimes, you know, that one kill, that little bit of HE damage can be a bit of a difference maker to assist the retake. Now the buy up from Order. Don't want to let control of this half slip away because it might be the last time in this series.
Well, the last chance in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Ricky makes his way to logs and looks for some control at banana. Ints up to oranges. Looks for a more passive approach. Not contesting banana. As the other 4 players for Order start to head towards the top of mid. Smoked off though at 1:15. Even still, you've got Hats happily facing there up. No, I think he's actually playing anti-flash up on the balcony. He is too.
I think for Order, none of them have actually fired any weapons. So for Renegades, they actually have no read about the buy situation. This could be absolutely perfect. They're going to explode out onto the B site, and the smoke may come a little bit too late. It's Malta that's shoulder peeking it. There's the call that's going to be made. Surely it's going to be made. It hasn't. It's come a little bit too late. They're going to bust through, and they're going to catch Inns off by surprise. This is perfect right now. A 1-for-1 trade.
Going in, Malta can't hold. Big headshot coming out for Ustillo, and that's going to be the 4v3. 2 players still over towards this A site, and Valiance wants it all. So, let's see what he can do on the lurk here. Sicko playing very passive there over towards CT. Order will take the round, but it's a matter of how many weapons Renegades can take with them.
I don't know what you do here as Order. I think you just hold on to the Galils, right? I don't think you can really afford when you're down, you know, 11-6 to throw away these Galils and throw away your economy.
And that's, I think, one of the first times that we've seen Renegades actually drop a second round. And that's a very well-constructed round, I have to say, from Order. That risk, but they maximize their chances. They don't show presence. They wait. They kind of explore the map. They don't make any noise to indicate it's a force buy. And by the time that the CTs find out, it's a bit too late. The shoulder peak doesn't get spotted.
T-side calling for Order today has been pretty phenomenal. I've been happy with it. They just can't get these games across the line, man.
It's very hard. Their opponent, obviously, best in the country for a very damn long time. But is today the day? Who knows? Not just yet. They're still leading by 5, and we are going to see the buy up around the saved weaponry Order as well. Only 1 AK in play, as the rest of the Glils have been saved across.
They've got a fairly even utility. Mollies and nades to the top of banana for Order. Renegades still investing more utility in taking banana. Fortunately, Ricky pops a lot of damage there through the smoke. Now you see Renegades going to 4-stack that A site, leaving Inns to jump spot as he does have a smoke and a flashbang to keep himself safe. Buy a little bit more time. Order, still plenty of util to go for an A exit. They're going to go for bracket now, keep the CTs honest. Keep the rotations in check.
Sicko just spotted that bit of leg. We'll go back for more, but Val at the ready with Galil in hand. Hits him with a little 2-tap, and we see them rotate back to banana. Insy's jump hasn't quite spotted it, but holding close with a 5-7. That is a big call to make as Ali spams back through, and we'll find Ints. Now, that's the B side open. It looks like Renegades might just choose to save again. Full rotation back to A.
Not a great call. It's good stuff from Order. Staying composed. Even when they're down, potentially getting eliminated in this series and in the grand final. They're still playing together, still making the high percentage plays on this T side so far, keeping the money nice and strong. That's what you want to be seeing for sure. Renegades in this eternal saving situation. Keen to see if they are actually going to invest around these this time around now that the loss bonus is built up again, because if they do full save this round and just buy a couple of pistols, next round they're going to have a much better buy with full util and M4s and stuff. So I think this is the round I'd like to see them save, especially because they know that Order's money is pretty good now. 5 players surviving. Look at that cash for Order. That's fantastic. Keep that money strong. They have a very real chance of making this comeback work, but we haven't seen any full gun rounds yet from Renegades.
Where to from here? You can see Kev, he's boiling at the top, his face very red. Losing it, that there's still 4 Galils in play.
Yeah, Stillo's actually made the responsible decision to actually bring a bit of firepower into this, because it's not going to be the Galils that's going to win the round. I can tell you that for now. It's going to be a Stillo. Crab walking in. Getting 4 headshots.
Or 5, maybe.
Just 4.
Okay. Well, Kev knows. He's read the script, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what Renegades decide to do. They're trying to set Hats up for success. On the corner, close range. Dexter boosts him up, and that Galil not going to hit. So
almost
Kev,
like if there was an AK there, it would have been a kill.
where have you put the crystal ball? Dexter, head taken off at long range as we go back to the 4v4. Hats, however, 34 HP, but he's already made that rotation back to Archers now. Renegades, are they going to be ready for this? Just Sicko on site as the dig bust seems to be the path of least resistance. Malta comes in, but he's going to go down, and Sicko, just with the USP, will get another through the edge of the box, but will be traded. So 3 on 2, still a chance in the round, but Ince is going to lose his head, and it looks like Hats may just opt to save, keep the economy in check, and order another. This will be 8 to 11 at the end of the round.
Yeah, 3 guns surviving for Order once again. This is really good stuff from them. Really good job getting back into this half with that buy up. Pistol didn't go their way despite a very, very strong strat that they threw there. They get the Galils going, go for that contact play. Very good sort of anti-force round in the previous. Now a good anti-eco round. Sticking together, not rushing anything. But this is where the going gets a little bit tougher. Good news for Order, though, is that Renegades, now that they move into the gun rounds, they're on 11 only. There's plenty of chances to slip up or for some of that Renegades magic and still not be out of the game for Order. Because they've been very responsible with their money. And they haven't let the scoreline float too far ahead. This is still anyone's game.
Another question that needs to be asked is how many of these Galils are still going to survive? It's 2.
2. I don't mind it necessarily because they've got enough money and they've got enough firepower to kind of back this up at this stage. They've got...
Okay.
They brought it down to a 3-round lead. If it was a little bit larger, I would say, no, you need to kind of maximize your chances over here. But they're doing pretty well so far against Renegades on this T side.
It's a good game of
Especially this pace. Astillo, that acceleration, the bust down into brackets, just like that. Advantage for Order. 20 seconds in.
Very confident, but even so, there's still 3 defenders remaining here over on the A site. Sicko worried both about Dig and Archers, but he's got Ince here to help him. Molly forces them back at bracket for now, as Malta's playing very advanced over towards the logs at Banana.
Very happy Order slowed this one down. There were so many positions that the Renegades were in where if they sped it up too much, the off angles might have been too much. This is one of them. Malta gets the low HP player, and unfortunately the flash doesn't go out. That's one of those cases where he's right-clicked it and it doesn't come out of his hand, and now you see the flank in through Speedway from Ricky. Inz is alone on the site, and he's got someone in CT behind him.
He's crossed across the front, the madman, and somehow he gets away with another. Sicko helps him through the smoke, and Ali will enable that entry. 2 on 2 now as we go into the post-plant order. They're in some pretty solid positions, but Renegades coming in from Banana and Con.
There is a kit to work with as well. It's going to be a question where they're going to double face. Sicko's being mollied off. Hats a 1-for-1 trade. Gyra is going to be expecting the aggression. And Gyra is going to get the spray down. Impact kills coming towards the end for Order there. A messy 2-on-2 retake. Renegades, another round dropped in Order. Another round taken on the back of Astillo's pace.
Again, they're just grinding it back on the T side, Order. This is very impressive from them. Absolutely love to see it. Now it's going to be a half buy for Renegades, and I feel like that's almost the scarier of the situations. Order's been dropping a lot of these rounds to the pistols. Let's not see another half buy get across the line here for Renegades. Let's just see Order keep this money very strong here. Good start.
That's a good start. Ali straight onto Inns, trying to play that cheeky one-way.
He also flicked that one onto Malta as well. That's a great start coming out from Order.
Question is, what do Renegades do? to come back from this situation. Looks like they're going to try to get this apps control. Ustillo all ready to boiler. Val isolated. Great flash, though. Enables him to find 2, and that's the A site open for business. Sicko, he's gone for the early rotation, and they're aware that there's still some banana players. Malta, nice headshot onto Ali, but Ricky just going to be holding down the fort. However, loses the engagement. There was a tiny chance, but Jira, nice and close for the trade. Well played by Order.
What's
Send them
Ali
to
up
double
to there?
digits.
He's got Tech 9 in his hand, just shooting the wood. Tapping away.
I mean, he did bait out the CDs eventually, just not to his advantage. But 1 round of difference now. Renegades definitely put under the pump, under the pressure.
This is where Renegades on Dust 2 started to fly ahead a little bit more before Order got some really good calls in. The double or the full util. This is where the game changes. Order's been playing against a lackluster CT economy a lot of this time. They've still got very strong money. Seems like a quicker one toward bracket, maybe. A very quick jungle smoke once again.
Oh, Sicko on the line at dig, but flashed off. So there's a chance, and over the top, Jira now trying to get some entries. Sicko falls back to sight as Haas peeks from pit, but he's going to get his head ripped off as well. Double entries on the way in. Sicko has a strong position.
Wow.
Gets the flick. 22 HP remains for Ustillo, just dancing around and buying time for this wrap as well. Ali tries to make his way in. And he'll find 1, but Ince hits back. And now it's back to the 2-on-2 again, as Ince is fully aware that Ricky was trying to work the timing towards B.
1-on-2 for Ustillo now. After all of that madness, just carnage across middle.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere, dead bodies. He's got to keep himself composed with this low HP. Because there's 2 AWPers here for Renegades who are trying to sit in some safe positions. Sicko's just got his back to the corner.
His scope could be spotted, though.
I don't think so. I don't think it sticks out far enough. And Ustillo... Oh, it's been spotted. I lied.
So there's the info on at least one of the players. Ustillo, plenty of time to clear this out completely. There you have it, around the corner. Oh, missed the 1 tap, but did follow up, and now 20 seconds. Ince quite far away, and he's going to swap that AWP out for a rifle at the top of mid for the retake.
Are they going to be meeting each other? Ince just gets the timing. Barely, and he's got plenty of time to get that defuse as well. It's just one of those rounds that just go. It's a 50-50. Ustillo does so well to get himself into a winnable situation. Renegades finally managed to grab an Olibon in the CT round, but their economy is absolutely cooked, whereas Order, there's just money for at least the next 2 to 3 rounds to play with. They've got a heavy advantage coming into the next couple.
A lot of noise being made there by Ustillo in the 1-on-1.
Oh, yeah.
And he did actually connect one of those bullets, like credit to him. You know, he was caught off guard by Ince peeking tick. He actually landed one of those shots. One more bullet, Ince takes another half a second on that aim tool, and actually Ustillo wins that. If he doesn't hit the headshot there quick enough, maybe, could have been a different story. Either way...
Ustillo's on 22 HP, so...
I know, but either way, to be honest, that's not bad for Order. They have done a lot of damage to that CT economy here.
Oh, yeah, if they win another, that is a great way to kick things off. Ali on the flick, and it's all up to Ince to hold here. Him and Dexter, nice positioning. Will they expect Dexter at second? Ince drawing a lot of attention, but Ali's got his knife out, has no idea that's the 3-man stack, not going to clear anything on sight, and he's just going to run through the molly, but he finds Ince. How's this worked out? Dexter better be thanking his lucky stars if he wants to make a play. No one's covering the bomb plant, and Jira just looks at his enemy. Now Dexter needs to fight his way back out. There's no way he gets another. AK retrieved, back to the 2-on-2. How have Order let this happen?
Well, Alistair's in the right position. You can see he's going to be swinging out. Alistair, absolute madman, through the smoke. He's just hit 3 amazing shots, and you can say maybe just random shots as well, but he should be able to close this one out as well. Ooh. No, it's going to be Hats. Brings it down to another 1-on-1. Guessing where Ustillo is. Ustillo playing the timing game right now. Don't know if the shadow's been spotted.
Not yet, Ustillo just edging round. Hats has an inkling, and it's going to be Ustillo just barely winning the 1-on-1. And Order so happy with that situation. I have no idea how that round was so damn chaotic.
My heart cannot take it. Keeps coming down to these 1-on-1s. What the hell is Alistair doing? Ferrari peeking everywhere, just flicking. This man's playing deathmatch right now. Just every time, just flick, peek, flick, peek. Ridiculous stuff. Either way, though, that is a massive round for Order to win. The previous round came down to a one-on-one, another one-on-one, but this time, the more important of the two, Ustilo's able to pick it up. That's going to be a reset on the money. Renegades is onto another one of these half buys, but again, that's what I'm saying. Another one of these half buys. You need to be careful of these pistol rounds because Order has had a lot of rough rounds so far where they're losing to pistols.
The money's starting to dwindle down as well. That's one thing of these costly rounds that Order, I was saying they had 2 to 3 rounds to play with, but with them losing so many weapons every single time, it's starting to get a little bit more costly. Valiant, oh, very close to getting that spray through.
Almost had that read, and Gyra finds the first defender on the A site. Val falls, and that could be a rifle retrieve, but Renegades reroute to dig instead of keeping that apartment's control. That's going to be cleared up by Ustilo as he rotates through. Gyra starts to try to rapid arch as well, but Ince comes in. He's only got that USP, but over the top, the boost, it works wonders, and they know that Hats has to be close here somewhere. Minimal HP, make it none. As we do see Ustilo start to make his way up dig. Ince in a solid position, but again, just that USB to play with, doesn't matter. Double tap onto Ustilo, and Ali hits back. 1-on-2, and Ricky wins that 1-on-1. So another round in the bag for Order, but Renegades again made that so costly.
What a bloody T-side that Order's doing again. How are you guys doing this? Back to back, just solid T-sides here so far against Renegades. Now, another scary buy coming out though. It's a double AWP, full util for Renegades, and they've maxed out their loss bonus. A lot of guns dropped in the previous for Order. They cannot afford for these rounds to keep getting so close as we're up 12-12 because they have no loss bonus to fall back on, whereas Renegades really do.
Alistair, he's really picking it up. Look at that, straight down mid, looking to get that opening engagement or duel.
This is the first time in a while where Order haven't forced a fight very, very early on in the round. A little bit more tempered at the moment, which when they slowed down on Dust 2 in OT really was something that did not play in their favor. A lot more time for Renegades to make some more educated decisions in the mid-round, make some pushes, gather some info. Now Order grouping up towards A after taking that banana control. Ricky's got the flash for the chimney.
All down to Hats. He's got a full belter utility, but none of it's going to be used. A flashbang is going to actually blind out Valiant, and Hats staying and fighting for quite a while, and now Dexter's going to join the party as well. Alistair, though, the difference maker, not this time. All down to Ricky. Bomb lost in apartments, and Renegades want to keep the weapons in their hands to keep the economy in a healthy shape. Ricky wants to just do damage.
It seems like Renegades find their footing again. 3 kills for Dexter, who's been so crucial in so many of these 1 rounds for Renegades. But again, it's just been so rough for them this half as Order have been making some spectacular calls. But they're back on the board, and they're still in the lead.
The flash didn't go far enough to the high right side, unfortunately for Ricky. Doesn't blind Hats there and blinds all of his teammates. If he throws it over the top of the roof instead of in the open, it actually wouldn't have blinded the door and would have blinded Hats. Unfortunate. Couple different centimeters to the right on that flash. Could have been a different round. Now Order, after all of these close rounds, they're actually running out of money. And they're running out of steam on this T side, I think. Down to a couple of Galils. Only the 1 AK on Ustilo. Ali's got an AWP at least. But they're going up against a double AWP and a CT side of Renegades that's holding a lot of util back for the mid to late round.
That's it, just staying quite silent here at bracket. Renegades. A crossfire. They're all just doing their job. That's all they need to do now as we head towards the minute mark again. You mentioned so much utility remaining still. 2 Molotovs. 1 over towards the B site, 1 at A. It's a good util to fend Order off.
Wow, the spam from Ricky always kills Malta. That would have been the flash and the Molotov dropped over towards the B site, and that's going to apply a lot of pressure there. Now the rotate coming back around. Util being dropped in towards dig side. Order rerouting back towards B. A smoke on the front side of the site, limiting the info there. Ins in towards the emo corner with the AWP. Trying to punish anybody jumping up over the top And Order still with enough utility here to execute.
Oh my god, look at the gamble at the moment. They're just leaving hats. They are convinced they've got this read at this stage. Malta in the smoke will go down. Molotov needs to go into Emo, but no one's throwing it at this stage. But Dexter's going to get picked off. And Inns versus Alistair. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Sicko gets the collateral, but Alistair's there for the trade. How is Inns still alive at this position? He's by himself, trying to pressure Alistair at the stage, but Alistair gets out of dodge. Valiant's still alive as well in CT's spawn, and Alistair's going to try and peek out.
Crazy. Tap finally comes through for Ints, and they are going to have to play a risky game. Ali comes for the trade with the Glock, and it's so low. Ints still tapping, and he's just waiting for the shoulder. Ali, big gamble, big swing, and a big couple of shots to put 13 on for Order. Oh my, that came so close, but again, it was so expensive for Order to win that round.
Oh, God. What am I watching, bro?
Loss bonus is still there for Renegades at this stage. This is really just boiling down to multiple duels across the map. It's so scrappy, but it's just the Ferrari pick at the end of the day for Alistair. Not the tight shoulder, just a wide swing out with the Glock. Full confidence.
Split-second decision-making.
Oh, the half buyout from Renegades here. This is where Order need a clean round. These rounds have been too close. Too many clutches, too many 1vx's that Order's been winning or losing has taken its toll on their economy.
Oh, they're not ready for this push at second. 2 men through. Ince loses his head towards the B site, and those players not quite spotted. But I think Order might have been making their way through bracket. Lots of noise coming through. Renegades stacking close towards site, looking to potentially re-aggress at Dig.
The walk through jungle side. Order just sticking together. Absolutely love it. Smoke into library and a flash over the top from Gyro to send the boys in.
Full rotation. All of the Renegades are here and just trying to pick their timings right. Malta goes through, but Ricky hiding at dark, and it's up to Dexter to get some big damage done, but he's good for 1.
4 alive.
Do it. 4 alive, as you mentioned. Order, a solid round.
They're in the lead as well.
That's what they needed. Yeah, they just took the lead. But they secured their economy. Most importantly of all, these rounds coming so close meant that Order, actually, with how many, how the economy's going at the moment, it's going 1-for-1 in terms of rounds. But Renegades already has that loss bonus built up for such a long time now that Order, when they lose a round, they get very little money back, but Renegades gets a ton. So they have a much stronger economy backing them, even though they're on this CT side. And again, it's a half buy into a absolute full buy. Double orbs, Inns on 2 HP, almost going down. Alistair, so much confidence on this man, just peeking up Nana, peeking up top mid into bracket every single round.
He's straight onto the top of logs looking for that corner pick, and he's almost found it again. Ince at least has that AWP to play with, so Bogdan's the law.
Oh, he knows they've got the tag. You can see Gyro with the nade. He wants to throw it onto Coffins, but that's not where Inns is playing. You can see Inns was playing so far back towards CT spawn, did not even want to give himself a chance of getting HE naded. And he's avoided them all nicely. Even returns one onto Ricky, and the flash does not go well for him. A man disadvantage for Order, who are going towards bracket, and Dexter's anti-flash.
All could have gone wrong, but Val trades it out for now, as Renegades still have a 1-man advantage. Early rotation from Ince as well. Double AWP and Archers. Do you expect this? Not in a million years. And there comes Ince. More impact on 2 HP, 2 kills. It's Val in a 1-on-4, and there's not much that he can get done, except maybe a quick headshot to Sicko. Expecting hats. Lurking at the broken wall, but the nice angle allows him an easy-peasy pick to Valiance's noggin.
This has got to be a pause here for Order, surely. This is such a difficult decision to make. Half buy, straight away. Yeah, I like that. I absolutely love that, actually. So good that they kept so much money up in that previous round. They kept 4 players alive. Allows them to have an outside shot at winning this round and go for a much better buy in the next. The economy really screwing Order over, though. In terms of the loss bonus, I haven't seen someone get screwed over so hard on the T side in quite a while. Usually it's the CT side team that really has a rough time, but the economy is really putting Order through their paces.
And also, just from the admins out back, Order, they're out of pauses as well, so there's no slowing down.
They can't. So it's just got to have to be split-second decision-making from Gyro. No time to think.
This is the correct call, though. Grouping up into Nana, Inns is going to be forced to play the retake, but if you get the right smokes, you can actually overwhelm this
Volley on Coffins.
Or Maybe making the right decision. Extinguished, and Ince wants some more.
Surely he's not
Happily
gonna fight this.
shooting. The gallery's there, and Malta can't deny the cross either. So a bit of control on sight as Ince seems to be aware of this. Just missing barely. Can't quite find the shots. And we're going to see some aggression through the smoke. This could be 15 as Ustillo needs to go large. But a Tech-9's not going to get it done for him. There it is. Renegades take that lead back and look to take the series 2. 15-14. All the way to the end of regulation again.
I reckon this is going to go into overtime.
I don't know.
It's a 50-50 at the moment. Order have done so well, but Renegade's just good enough in some of these rounds just to get it across the line. You can see the smiles are gone at this stage.
This needs to be a good call from Order up against a double AWP. This is where it could be too easy to slip back into that sort of situation where you go, bit of a slower round, hedge our bets, etc., etc. Hasn't actually really been working out for Order on Dust 2 T-side or Inferno T-side. Actually, the faster approach has been the more successful one, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Straight up banana. There's 3 players here for Renegades, an artillery strike on both sides.
But do they expect the double stack at C? They certainly don't. Dexter with the lineup. 2 for him. Ali trades, and they know that Ince is stuck on site. Now, where to from here? Order, hit the brakes.
They start to slow it down, but they've lost a lot of HP on some of these players. This is where, on the T side, you make the right call here. You can give yourself a pretty high percentage chance. It's a good job from Order to just slow it down. The smoke into CT now. In's getting Molotov off Coffins. He's going to drop his own smoke like he did previously and go for the repeak.
It's all down to how well this initial flashbang is, but he dodges it. Inns, though, misses the shot, decides to go in for the repeak, and he drops the bomb carrier. It is going to be Alistair persisting through Coffins, but he can't get the shot down. It's all down to Jyra, posted up high, can't get the killing blow onto Inns, pressuring, trying to apply it with the AK, but it's going to be Inns. The magic coming out from Mr. Potter, going to be closing it out as Renegades take another IEM down here in Oceania.
You can't go alone, let's do by two. Doing this together, it's me by you. All through the night, all through the night. This is me, this is you. When we get together, we can all pull through. I don't ever wanna stop this groove. Let's get it right. Take it to the Lord, then take it to the grave. Listen to the wise man, tell me what to say. Listen to your heartbeat like it still bleed. A little bit of hope, yeah, it's what we still need. Say a little prayer for the moment. Give what you got, just go and can't hold you back if you own it. Live your life like you're chosen, no matter what. I won't let up. It's in my soul, it's in my blood, and I won't take no for an answer if it don't hurt.